It's from Tate Casler here this afternoon. We've got Central District, the Bulldogs, taking on Norwood, the Redlegs. And what's that? What did I hear? I heard somebody yelling out something just then. What are they yelling out, Grant?
You dog.
She's all yours, Grant.
Throws the ball up. Big Scholar gets over the top, looks down there for Gowans. Dawes is in there for Norwood. Wrapped up on the tackle there by Big Scholar, and the umpire's going to come in and throw it up once again right in the middle of Elizabeth Oval. Throws it up, Switala over the top, hits the ground. Bartamucci's in there, tries to get a handball clear. Players going in, it's Calabrese over to James. Another one there to Bowden, goes long inside 50, looking there for the big fella in Grundy. Picks up the football now, wheels around on the left foot, kicks inside 50. Another handball comes out there to Borlace. Borlace balks one, has a shot at goal. He put it through, he's missed. Gone across the face, and the first score of the board has gone to Borlace, and that's a behind. So we've only travelled 50 seconds into the first quarter, and Borlace has put the first score of the day, and Norwood are kicking to the northern end of Elizabeth Oval.
Tyson Hay, one of the best kicks in the competition, goes out towards the defensive 50-metre line with that kick out right near the time clock, which shows 1 minute and 7 seconds at the moment has gone in the first quarter. But that was a bad miss by Scotty Borlace, and the confidence booster they were looking for does not eventuate. The ball now, kick off the ground here by Norwood. It comes down now to where Grundy picks up the ball. He's tackled though by Off to Hide. The ball's on the ground, will be picked up here by Borlace again, written into the ground. No play on, calls the umpire. Not anymore though. He says it is going to be mine, and there will be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Norwood goal. What have you detected so far, Tate?
Just one interesting one. Stewie Bound centre half forward and Patful centre half back. Usually it's the other way around.
Umpire throws the ball up, comes out there to Bello, tries to get a kick forward, comes out there to Dawes, handballs over the top, kick forward there, but it's gone out of play on the full, and it'll be a Central District's free kick, and it'll be going there to Sibinala, deep in the back pocket. He plays on, goes short there to Graham. Oh, good ball there by Hazel. Graham's back in after it, tries to get a handball over the top there to Scholar, but the ball has gone out of play 40 metres around from the Norwood goal, and it's been all Norwood so far, Tate, moving forward.
A lot of pressure there. Norwood are really, their forwards are holding it in well. Looks good.
Well, apart from the afternoon tea where we were thanking the ladies before here at Central Districts, also a new broadcast facility. It's fantastic. Well done to the to everybody involved in that. It's a tremendous thing, and even on the scoreboard for the other teams that are playing around the around Adelaide today, they've got a new way of doing it. They've actually got the names up on the scoreboard. Some wonderful innovations here. I think that's tremendous. The action back now on the centre wing position, going to be picked up there by Bartamucci. Goes with the left kick this time. It might have been Nitschke, and there's a free kick. It'll go the way of Norwood, and it is the boy there in Troy Clements, the Kimber lad. Here he goes across the field, and he's found a teammate too, and his skipper in Brett James, and Norwood are going forward again.
Brett James looks over there for Bowden in the pocket, up against there, the player there in Steinburner. He can't pick the ball up, knocks it forward, and the ball has gone out of play once again in the forward pocket, right in front of the scoreboard here at Elizabeth Oval. 3 minutes have gone in the first quarter, and Norwood have done all the attacking, and they've got one behind on the scoreboard. Central's yet to score. The boundary umpire throws the ball in. Players setting themselves. Big Hill thumps the ball forward, comes out there towards the play there, and Bartamucci tried to get a handball over there to Hill. He couldn't pick the ball up. In there goes Bound. Another handball out there to Stewie Bound. He comes out. Can he get a kick there forward? It's a mark in the goal square, and it's Heath Grundy playing in front. It was Dawes onto Bound, and Bound kicked it into the goal square. And big Heath Grundy playing in front there has taken a good mark, and he's right at the top of the goal square. He's only 10 metres out directly in front, and Tate should make no mistake, the big fella.
No, he looks pretty confident.
Comes in now, big Grundy, 18 years of age, all Australian under 18, and he's put that straight through the middle for Norwood's first goal. And Norwood, 1 goal, 1 on the board, 7. Central District's yet to score. And Central District's off to a slow start, probably similar to what they were last week against North Adelaide.
Yeah, they did start slow, and it's quite interesting to see that it looks like the Norwood, I mean, it's only 5 minutes in, but the Norwood on ballers seem to be on top so far of the Central's blokes.
Okay, we're going to go around the grounds now. We're having a few problems getting through at Noarlunga. The reception, and I suppose with this atmospheric conditions, makes it tough, but thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. Let's see how things are going. First of all, at Woodville, here's Daniel Beasy.
Guys, down here at Woodville, it's 5 minutes in the first quarter. Eagles 1 selection behind, West Adelaide yet to score. Let's cross to Glenelg to Carl.
5 minutes in here at Glenelg, and third lead 2-1-13 to Glenelg yet to score. Back to the main game.
Carey and Damien Joyce. There's the bounce up, but taken away here by Thomas. Goes in towards centre half forward. It's a wobbly old kick. It is knocked away by the Norwood defenders. A hand pass came out there from Krieg. Gets it across in the direction of Elijah Ware. He went with a hand pass back to Krieg. It goes back here. Let's find out what's happening. There is a mark here. It's James Gowans with the mark. James Gowans with the mark. And he's got the mark now, about 20 metres out from goal, almost directly in front, and you would not expect him to miss this one, Tate.
No, as I was saying earlier, the Gowans boys seem to just pop up inside 50 every now and then and kick their 2 or 3 a game.
Waiting now for James Gowans, the boy who had experience down at St Kilda. He played about 4 games. There's the shot for goal. You wouldn't expect him to miss it. But I tell you what, he has.
He has, Doug.
That is one of the rare things in football, seeing James Gowans miss from such close range. 6 minutes into the opening quarter, Central's first score on the Beechwood home scoreboard, 1 behind 1 point. They trailed Norwood 1-1-7.
Daniel's about to bring the ball in for Norwood, been a fantastic fullback over the years. He goes long to the outer side of the ground. Down there looking for big Carlo Calabrese. Can't take the mark. Patfull picks up the crumbs. Quick kick forward, goes over there towards Bowden. Can't pick the football up. Now in the comes Bartamucci. Handballed over the top there. Quick kick forward down there looking for Hill at centre half forward, but a good mark there by Hay. Hay off half back, running now, he's running full distance. Now kicks long down towards Cochrane, a half forward, takes a good mark. Handball straight away to Bello. Bello now kicks inside 50 to Shell. Oh! Great mark. That's a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. At full stretch, the big fella put the arms up and took a great mark in front of Patfull. He's 45 out from goal. He's kicking in. Well, he's probably kicking with a slight breeze, if any, but it's a bit of a swirling breeze. You'll need a very good kick from here. Comes in now, wasting no time. He'll be looking to go to the goal square at least. He does that. It's a bit of a float. It's going to fall short. Oh, it's a good mark. Chris Gowans in front has taken a good mark. Everyone was on the goal line. He was the only one who was short, and he's taken a good mark, and he's got a chance here to make amends for his last shot at goal. He's only 15 metres out directly in front. Not wasting any time, just comes in and puts it straight over the goal umpire's head for the first goal of the day in the Central Districts. That takes him to 1-1-7. Norwood 1-1-7 on the Beechwood home scoreboard, and good work moving forward.
Yeah, well, you just can't afford to turn the ball over against Centrals, because as you can see, it's gone from half back to the forward square, and Norwood didn't touch the footy.
Special comments from Tate Kaesler, 1-1 apiece here, the Beechwood home scoreboard. We'll try and go around the grounds again and see how we're going there. With thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. Let's go first up, Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
And down at Woodville, it's 8 minutes into the first quarter. Eagles 2-1-13. West Adelaide hit to score. Let's cross the Carroll down at Glenelg.
7 minutes in here at Glenelg, and certainly 2-2-14 to Glenelg, no score. Back to Elizabeth.
Ball is out of bounds, and it's on the wing position on the grandstand side, and a throw-in to take place. Scores are locked together, 1-1 apiece, and not a bad game of footy either. 8 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Umpire throws the ball in. Big Sculler up against Calabrese. Sculler works his way, can't take the ball. In there is Hay. Handballs the ball out, comes out to Elijah Ware. Another handball there to Swatala. He kicks to 50 down there looking for Shell. Good work by Patfull. Ball hits the ground. Pocket back. Great handball to Bellows. Another one over the top to Krieg. Runs it on goal. Great football there, Central Districts. First goal of the day to Krieg, and the second goal to Central Districts. They move on to 2 goals, 1-13. Norwood 1 goal, 1-7. And just great work there by Prokopek for the handball.
Fantastic for a big fella like that to bend over. Clean hands, give it to Bello, and then on, and she's a goal.
Great work there by Big Prokopek, playing at full forward today, and the reflex handball was sensational. Shell playing at centre half forward, and he's playing very deep, so we've got the dual leading players leading there for Central Districts. So we've travelled 9 minutes in the first quarter at Central Districts. 2 goals, 1-13. Norwood 1 goal, 1-7. As the umpire back in the middle throws the ball up. Sculler up against Calabrese. Sculler taps the ball down. Handballs over the top there to Ware. They're running. Kicks through half forward. Ball falls short. Prokopek in there again. Shell picks up the crumbs. Tried to get a handball. Good intercept by Norwood. To come back to Shell. Kicks around the corner. Oh, he's missed to the right-hand side. Great work by Big Shell. Great recovery. and that's another behind on the board for Central Districts. 2 goals, 2-14 Central Districts. Norwood 1 goal, 1-7. Travelled 9.5 minutes in the first quarter.
Daniel Shell looking pretty dangerous as the kick-in comes in now from full back. It is young Vassal, kicks out towards the half-back line. Got good distance with that one into the breeze too. Picked up here by Ball-Ace. Going now down towards the half. Oh, there's a free kick got to be played here to Norwood. No doubt about that one. And big Stewie Bowd it is, will take that free kick.
It's a bit of an unusual position for him too, Doug, playing on a half-forward flank.
It is an unusual position, you're right. He's normally centre-half back or centre-half forward. And he comes there with that fairly unusual kicking action. Kicks in towards centre-half. A big Paul Scholar just put the hands up and took a very, very good defensive mark there. Across half-back. Drops the ball in short. He's a wonderful big player, big ruckman. He goes in short. It looks like that boy out there, was that Graham, down towards the wing position it goes. Taken here by Ball-Ace. They've got it across there to James. Coming through strongly again is Bound. He drops the ball in short. Almost a one-hander taken there by the Norwood player, and Hill couldn't quite control it. He's got the long sleeves. He's got the ball too. And he kicks it. It's not such a good one. Going to be picked up here, though, by a little player in Ware. He went with a hand pass, and we find it's going to be James Gowans coming through the centre of the ground now. Got it across to Tyson Hay, and Centrals are surging forward again.
Kicks long into 50, looking there for Prokopek up against Daniels. That's good work by Daniels. Left ball, the ball behind those. Centrals in there in numbers. Comes out there to Cochrane. Cochrane hemmed up against the boundary line. Centres the football. That's a good mark there by the player in Nitschke. It was. Handball the ball over to Calabrese. He goes the outer side of the ground. Oh, collision there of players. Ball hits the ground. Who's going to be first one there? It's James Gowns. Handball's over there to Chris Gowns. Got plenty of time. Comes grandstand side to Satala. He's got all day if he likes. Picks up the footy. It goes for goal from there. Great work there by Central District. And they put the third goal on the board. Central District 3 goals, 2-20. Norwood 1 goal, 1-7. And too many loose players running forward for Central District.
Too many loose players and too many turnovers. They turn the ball over, and as I said before, it's once you turn it over against a good quality side like this, they make you pay.
Okay, we're going to try and go around the grounds again. Tick, we might rely on you to make some phone calls down to Ben if we're still having problems down there. But let's go first of all with thanks to National Wireless Two-Way Radio, Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
12 and a half minutes down here at Woodville. It's Eagles 3-2-20. West LA one side to behind. Let's cross the Carroll down to Glenelg.
13 minutes in here at Glenelg Oval, and certainly 3-2-20 to Glenelg, no score. Back to Elizabeth.
Actually, just at Nollunga, Doug, South Adelaide 1-1-7, trailing Port Adelaide 2 straight goals, 12. Back to Elizabeth.
Okay, back here, the action with Norwood now. Brett James, their skipper, kicks the ball into centre half forward. Oh, that might have been a free there. Bartamucci, I thought, was a bit unlucky. Matthew Dawes gets the hand pass out there in the direction of Bound, comes back to Dawes, across to Bound this time. That's great handball, great teamwork. That is a magnificent goal. Bartamucci has put it through. That was sensational football. That is a contender for the Just Great Cars goal of the day. 13 minutes into the opening quarter, and Norwood fight back 2-1-13, but Trading Centrals 3-2-20, the Beechwood home scoreboard. What did you think, Tate Kaesler?
Yeah, well, we've seen twice now the big fellas with the nice slick hands. It's the way Norwood ran the ball through then, no turnover, goal.
Great work there by Norwood. 3-2-20 Central Districts, 2-1-13 Norwood. 13 minutes have gone in the first quarter. Been a great start to this game. But plenty of free-running football as the umpire comes in, throws the ball up. Big Sculler up against Calabrese. Sculler over the top, but it's going to fall in the arms of Brett James. He overran the ball. Ball-Ace got the ball out there to James. He tried to get a handball forward, but it came out there to Steinburner. Quick kick forward, and Shell in front takes a great mark. And he's got the sticky fingers today because he put the arms up and that just stuck in the hands in front of Patfull, and he's marked the footy 40 metres out from goal directly in front, and he's kicking with probably a slight breeze as we see the windsock there just flutter around slightly, and the big fella coming in from 40 metres out, and Tate already been pretty good form there to Big Shell.
Yeah, he's taken a few nice grabs. I don't know whether it's time to change just yet, but I mean, if he takes a couple more, then that'll be the time to change, I think.
Comes in now, it's a good-looking kick. Has it gone through? It has. It's snuck through for a goal. Another one for Central Districts, their fourth goal on the board. 4 goals, 2-26 Central Districts. Norwood 2 goals, 1-13. And a great goal there to Shell, his first of the day, but has looked very dangerous up there with Prokopek. for the Central District side.
And Grant, if you like, figures that end with zeros. That's his 40th for the year, which is a pretty fair effort. Not sure how many Brant Chambers has got at the moment, but they were locked together on 39 apiece coming into this game. But Daniel Shell, what a player to have back in there. So there it is. So there we have it. Yeah, Daniel Shell on 39. He's kicked 39. He's kicked 40-13 now. And Brant Chambers going to this game at kick 39, 21 or 31? 21. There we go. So both in pretty good form, but we're seeing only one of them today. That's Daniel Shell, of course, at our game anyway. Brant Chambers down at the game there at Glenelg. The action back in the centre, hand pass there from Bello, got it out to Paul Thomas, one of the best players going around in the SAFL who hasn't played in the AFL. The action out towards the wing, Steinberger was out there, he's bundled out of the way. Kick off the ground here by Norwood. It eludes all players, little ball aces in there, he can't pick it up. There's a hand pass that seemed to come out and Norwood got the ball in towards centre half forward. There's a nice tap away this time, young Grundy written into the ground, free kick, no! Umpire said it was holding the ball, and so the free kick to go the way of Quentin Graham.
Quentin Graham comes grandstand side, looks for his teammate there in Sibinala, got plenty of time, goes long with a kick, looking down there for Chris Gowans, can't take it. Switala handled over the top to Gowans, kicks inside 50 to pocket back on the lead. Centimetre perfect there to steal a phrase, because that was fantastic football, and hit Big Prokopek on the chest in front of Daniels, and Daniels was all over Prokopek there, but the kick was fantastic.
It was right out in front of him, and just with his strength, I think he just at the end managed to shake him off, which was good.
Big Prokopek now coming in, be 40 metres out from goal, kicking with a slight breeze, directly in front, been a good player this year for Central Districts, comes in, he's got under it slightly, and he's pushed it to the left-hand side for a behind to Central Districts. Takes them to 4 goals, 327. Norwood, 2 goals, 113 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled 16.5 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, the budget has him down as 81 kilograms. Now, that's about my weight. I reckon he's bigger than me, though, don't you?
Oh, I think he might be.
You're quite a muscular fellow, though, Doug.
Well, that's something I suppose I tend to forget sometimes. It comes off hands. I didn't think that this morning when I was chopping the wood at home. I can tell you, I got through about one log and I thought, I've had it. There's the kick down towards the wing here by Norwood, but coming in nicely is Quentin Graham. He had a great game last week too. He's one of those players that have made Central such a good club. Probably a second-tier type player, but a very good one. A hand pass from Daniel Shell, who's been brilliant. Picked up here by Thomas. Still got the hand pass away there. That was sensational. Adam Swatala, now that's his, let's have a look, that's his second goal for the afternoon. He's the lightest player on the ground, but he's one of the most skillful. Adam Swatala, 17.5 minutes have gone. Central's 5-3-33, leading Norwood 2-1-13, the Beechwood home scoreboard.
And the change is being made there, I think, on Swatala, because I'm not sure if there is a change. Just waiting. Carslake coming on. And Swatala's just had the run along the wing position as the umpire throws the ball up. Sculler over the top. Bello kicks it forward. Comes out there to James Gowans. Another kick off the ground there towards Cochrane. But Carslake comes in, picks it up. Swatala tackled him. Nitschke got the handball clear. Comes out there towards the play there, and Vassal was it. It was actually Campbell. Came forward there to Clements. Clements from the centre of the ground. Kicks long inside 50. Looking there for Big Hill, but over the back off the height. Takes a great mark over the back of Hill.
I guess that gives added something to the expression, over the hill.
Over the hill, no doubt. He comes grandstand sides off the hide. Comes out there to Ware. Central Districts are running. Looks there for Krieg. Oh, that's a good mark in front of Campbell. Krieg, that's a fantastic mark. Full stretch. He goes, centres the ball. Looking there for Bello. Bello's had plenty of the football as well. Scholar coming off the ground. He's been on fire in the centre of the ground. The kick is gone across ground. There to Zibinala. Got plenty of time. He dropped the mark but went back after it. Kicks it in there to Shell. And Shell takes the mark. Takes the mark. Got away there from Patfull. And Shell's taken the mark 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. And the big fellas, all the Central Districts players in the forward line are just having far too much room at the moment, Tate.
Yeah, they don't seem to be tight. I mean, Shell then was probably 5 to 10 metres by himself, and for a player that's leading the goal kicking, you can't afford to give him that much room.
Grant will go around the grounds in just a moment, but see if he can guide this one through.
Shell comes in now. No doubt he'd practiced these at training and comes in. He'll be 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Comes in. He's pretty unhappy with it because he's missed it to the near side. for another behind. Central District's fourth behind, 5 goals for 34 Central Districts. Norwood 2 goals, 1-13. We've travelled 10 in the... Is that 10, Doug? It's not 10, it's actually 19 and a half minutes into the first quarter.
Easy mistake to make.
He's still in the plane.
No,
He's still in the plane.
Some of the digits are out over on the scoreboard there, Doug.
Oh, that was Daniel Shell flying high, but we'll go around the grounds for National Wireless two-way radio. We might go to you first, Tick, because you've got a score from Noarlunga, then we'll let you do the rounds to Daniel Beasy. So first of all, Tick, let's have that score from Noarlunga.
Okay, Noarlunga, Doug. South Adelaide 1-1-7, trailing Port Adelaide 3-1-19. Over now to Daniel Beasy at the Geelong.
3-3-21, West Adelaide 1 Georgia behind. Let's go over to Charlie Glenelg.
20 minutes in here at Glenelg and Lead 5-3-33 to Glenelg, no score. Back to Elizabeth.
And back here, there has been another goal scored, and did I get it right, Matthew Krieg again?
It was Krieg just over the top, and Centrals were lining up there to kick that goal, Doug. A few players lining up.
Central District 6-4-40, leading Norwood 2-1-13, the Beechwood home scoreboard. Central's going with the breeze, but it's been a good, fast, open game of footy, Tate.
Yeah, I don't think it's just the breeze that's helped them. They've just been running in numbers. The Gowans boys are now starting to get hold of it and starting to look really dangerous.
The hard thing when you do a game involving Centrals often is that it's hard to pick out who are the outstanding players because they play so well as a team, don't they?
That's right, and between the Gowans boys as well, that's another tough one.
Oh, you just call Gowans. As Scotty Borlace, a free kick in the centre of the ground, into centre half 40 goes. A hand pass there from young Grundy, who's been most impressive. Gets it across there to Bound. That's a good kick, a good centering kick, and he's found a teammate too at Andrew Hill. Former Collingwood rookie, went across with the, I think he played with the Northern Bombers, Macca's team over there in Launceston. And he is going to kick from, I reckon he'll kick from about 40, what do you reckon, Grant, about 45 metres.
I think you're right on the money there, Doug. And they need this goal just to stem the flow here, Norwood.
This will test him because looking at the windsock, which is almost right behind him down there in that northeastern pocket, it's actually, he's kicking into it, but it's a bit of a blustery sort of a breeze too. Not a howling gale by any stretch of imagination. And he comes now. Kicks from about 47. It's not a bad-looking kick at all. It is just offline, though, and through for a minor score. Sorry there to all the Redleg supporters. You were hoping to see that one go through. Norwood move along to 2 goals, so watch out for that little bug there. Grant, it was heading towards you. Was it a mozzie? I don't know. Norwood 2-2-14. Trailing Central 6-4-40.
Hay kicks the ball into Thomas. Thomas playing on ball today, been a great player for Central Districts over the last couple of years. Just holding up play now. He goes short there to Swatala. Swatala's had the ball on a string as well in the first quarter. He's just on his defensive 50 looking for players to kick to. Norwood flooding back in numbers, so just holding the play up. He's got big Mackenzie grandstand side, decides to go to the outer side of the ground. It's a poor kick. He's looking there for off to hide. Got plenty of time to go and pick the ball up. Goes in short with a kick there to Ware. Takes a mark, looking to play on. Central Districts have now got numbers across half back. Will he look to go there? Does so now. Looking there for Hay. Hay right on half back, just holding up play again because Norwood all in front of him. Decides to go back there to Ware on the wing position. Thomas about to come off the ground. And young Shannon Hearn about to have his first run as the cheers go up. Great moment for the young fella as Ware kicks the ball in short there to James Gowans. James Gowans on centre wing. Outer side of the ground. Looks in there for Sherrill. Can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Robert in there for Norwood mopping up. Short little kick there to Borlace. Put one hand up. That's a great mark. That's a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. He wheels around, plays on quickly, kicks down there towards half forward. Oh, good mark by Quinton Graham. Falling back and took a great mark. Hill tried to take the ball away. Umpire said it was a mark, and Quinton Graham has got it on half back.
Quinton Graham, he's tough, he's rugged, he's got some skill too. Gets it across here to his acting captain and Heath Hopwood. He's similar, he's tough, he's rugged, he's got some skill too. Over the top there, that was a good spoil affected by the youngster in Vassal. A hand pass came out there from Clement, got it across there to Carslake. He drops the ball in short, just a little bit too high there for Bartamucci, but picking it up nicely there was Grundy. He does it very, very well. He looks very, very good. Carslake now with a hand pass back to Dawes, kicks the ball high, goes up in the air, it comes off hands. Here's a chance for Norwood, a left foot snapshot for goal. It's through! That is a great goal, Andrew Hill. That is a contender for the Just Great Cars goal of the day. And Norwood 3-2-20, trail Centrals 6-4-40. That is the Beechwood home scoreboard. Comments from Tate Kaesler.
When Norwood seem to run the ball through the midfield there and try and kick over the line instead of kicking to the contest, they just look a lot better, and they're starting to get a bit of run now from the back lines with Bartamucci and Robbie Neal. They're just all running in numbers now.
Jonathan Robber having a run on the ball for Norwood. Also Mackenzie for the Central District side. And it's Norwood 3 goals 2-20. They're trailing Centrals 6 goals 4-40. Central District's kicking with a slight breeze as Mackenzie up against Robber, and Mackenzie goes in. Second effort, gets a kick forward, but it's smothered there by James. He goes in after it once again. Umpire comes in to say, I will have it, right in the centre of Elizabeth Oval. And great work there by James and also Mackenzie. Great second effort by both players as Mackenzie up against Robber, and Mackenzie taps it down there to Chris Gowans. Good smother there by Borlace. In goes Gowans again. Got it off there to Hopwood. Got it off there to Steinburner. Steinburner kicks inside 50 to Shell. Oh, another good mark against Patfull, and they might have to make the change there because Shell is playing great football at centre half forward. But the Central District's players, Tate, are making it very easy for him because they're putting the ball in front.
I was just about to say that. I mean, Patfull's, he's a couple of metres behind, but the delivery through the midfield is just absolutely fantastic, and Shell doesn't have to really do much because the ball's sitting right out in front of him.
So Shell now having a shot from goal. He's marked it about 45 out. He'll kick it just inside 50. He's been a bit off with his kicks. He comes in now, kicks through the ball. It's going to land on the line, and it's gone over the top. Great work there by Shell, and that is his second goal of the day for Shell, and that takes Central Districts now to 7 goals 4-46. Norwood 3 goals 2-20 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled 26 minutes in the first quarter.
We'll go around the grounds again fairly soon. We'll get that update from Norlunga. Of course, football today also down at the Bay and as well at Woodville. The ball coming back into the centre. But goodness me, when you have a match-winning forward like Daniel Shell, but some wonderful midfielders, it makes for some pretty good stuff. So the margin now back to 26 points. Central District, the Bulldogs in front. A hand pass from Carslake comes out there to Jonathan Robber, and gets it out there in the direction of the player. Young Bowden goes down towards the half-forward line. And here's a chance here for Norwood. It looks like Bartamucci, or is it Nitschke, goes onto the left foot into
that's a
mark. That's a gutsy mark, that one, and the mark has been taken this time by the boy there in the hazel. He goes on to Borlace, who he should have kicked, and that's the second bad miss.
He had one over the top too, Doug. Could have gone over the top of the handball.
Could have done that. Should have kicked it from there. A player of his ability and experience. It's a minor score. Norwood move along to 3-3-21 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. Trading Central 7-4-46. 27 minutes of the first quarter. Let's go round the grounds and find out what's happening for National Wireless two-way radio. Tick, we'll go to you first. Let's find out what's happening at Norlunga.
Okay, around the grounds, Norlunga, South Adelaide 2-3-15, still trailing Port 3-1-19. Over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
Yeah, it's just gone quarter time down here at Woodville. It's Eagles 3-5-23, West Adelaide 2 behind. So let's got the Carl down at Glenelg.
Close to quarter time here in Sturt lead 6-3-39 to Glenelg 1-1-7. Back to Elizabeth.
And back here, the action still in Norwood's forward zone. 60 metres out from goal, Jonathan Robrin with beautiful skills, except he kicked that over the head of Grundy. I thought it was going to land on his chest.
Look good.
It did look good, didn't it? Just off the boot, it looked beautiful. But Central's certainly coming away with it now. That's Chris Gowans now, drops the ball in short, finds Sibonala, the centre half back, and forward goes Central's again.
Sibonala looking there for Shell at centre half forward. Good sport at the back there by Patfull. Goes in, great second effort. Gave it off there to Robbie Neal. Short little pass in there to Nitschke. Gave the handball there to Vassell. Running through half back. Another handball over the top there to Bartamucci. Bartamucci on the wing position. Kicks into 50. Clement on his own. 50 metres out. Good work there by Nord. Wants to give the handball. Does so there to Hill. Hill right on 50. It's a wobbly looking floater. And it's floated through for a behind to Norwood. That's their fourth behind of the day. Takes them to 3 goals 4-22. Central District 7 goals 4-46. 28.5 minutes have gone in the first quarter. There's probably only a minute or so left in this quarter as Hay is about to bring the ball in for Central Districts.
Tyson Hay, he is one of the outstanding defenders in the SANFL. What a player he's been to. Come across here to Central District from the Geelong area. There's the kick, but it's intercepted this time by the former Crow and Big Stewie Bound. He drops the ball in short. That's a good pass, that one. And he finds a teammate too there at centre half forward in Troy Clement. Troy Clement now will kick from about 47 metres, maybe 45, and a chance to, hopefully, from a red leg point of view, bring up a goal. Tate.
Yeah, hopefully they need this one once again just to steady it. You know, going in probably 3 goals down at quarter time's not a bad effort with this little bit of a breeze.
Waiting now for Clement. Troy Clement going back. Deliberate shot at goal. Comes in, runs up fairly close to the man on the mark.
kick.
There's the kick. It's a beautiful kick into the breeze. It did not look like missing. Sensational stuff. And it takes Norwood along to 4 goals 4. That's 28. Training Centrals, 7-4-46. 30 minutes have gone in the opening quarter. It's the Beechwood Homes match of the day, and I reckon this is one of the most enjoyable games I've seen this year. It's good open football, Grant.
It has been open football, Doug, and Troy Clements is a great player for the Norwood Football Club, played 183 games, and it's interesting to see him playing along half forward, because we're normally used to seeing him being a running half back, and he's hard at the football, but today he's playing up forward today for Norwood against Hayes, so that should be a good duel. And so the umpire throws the ball up back in the centre. Big McKenzie handballs it forward, but it comes out there towards Bowden, wrapped up in the tackle there by Steinburner, and umpire comes in to bounce the ball down or to throw it up at centre half forward for Central Districts. Doesn't waste any time. McKenzie up against Big McKenzie. James Gowns goes in after the football, but the siren sounds for quarter time here at Elizabeth Oval. We're at Central Districts, 7 goals 4-46. Norwood 4 goals 4-28. Repeating those scores on the Beechwood Homes scoreboard. Central Districts 7 goals 4-46. Norwood 4 goals 4-28. For Central Districts, Matthew Krieg has kicked 2 goals. Daniel Shell has kicked 2 goals. Adam Switala got off to a great start. He's also kicked 2 goals. And a single to Chris Gowans. For Norwood, they're all singles. Andrew Hill been very good at centre half forward. Matthew Bartamucci, Troy Clements and Heath Grundy, who's had a promising start at full forward to the Norwood side.
Grant, we'll go around the grounds in just a moment because it's quarter time at the other 3. And I agree with you, the ball coming into Shell, it came in very well, but he still has wonderful overhead strength, doesn't he?
Oh, he looks fantastic when he's out in the lead, you know, just really strong. I know last week he only kicked 1 point and only had about 8 or 9 touches, so he's definitely feeling it today.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals too so far, and it's just quarter time. The action underway again.
Scholl up against Calabrese, comes down now. Thomas gets a quick kick forward down there towards 50. Robbie Neal camps under it, can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Bryce Campbell's in there for Norwood. Handball forward there to Carslake. Another one over the top there to Brett James on the centre wing grandstand side. Gives another one off there to Dawes. A little short kick there to Borlace, and Borlace takes a mark on half forward for Norwood. He's another short one over the top. Oh, Stewie Bound takes a good mark. 55 out from goal. Another one inside there to Heath Grundy. Handball there to Bartamucci. Missed his target. Bartamucci in there again to Clements. A kick around the corner. It's a floating kick. It's floating high and wide, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. But great movement there to Norwood, just moving the ball on quickly.
Stewie Bound really needed to do a little bit better with that kick there. The bloke was 5 metres by himself and would have had a shot on goal.
Jeremy Ofterhide now, just hand passing the ball back here to Brad Curry, who then hand passes it back to Ofterhide. They're in play again. He drops the ball in short, and the mark has been taken here by
Young Hearn.
It is Young Hearn too. He's a solidly built young lad. That's his first kick, I suspect, in the SANFL, and it was pretty effective too because he found a teammate on the outer side of the ground. A hand pass comes back to Hearn, who ran past on that occasion, and the action goes, well, the lack of action now because it's out of bounds, out in front. In fact, it's out on the full, and a free kick to be taken here by Norwood.
And it looks like it's Bryce Campbell there, Doug, deep in the on the wing position. Long way from here, probably 150 metres from the broadcast position here, but Bryce Campbell now comes in short there to Patfull. Patfull takes the mark at half-back for the Norwood side. We've travelled a couple of minutes in the second quarter. He kicks long there, looking down there towards Hill, also Borlace. Good ball over the back by Hay. Ball comes out there to Graham. He's got running player there at Switala. Picks up the footy now, kicks long down there looking for Shell, but it's a poor kick, and it has gone out of play. Probably didn't have any room to kick it there because the Norwood player was coming in, and the ball has gone out of play in the forward pocket right in front of the scoreboard, where at Central 7 goals 4-46, Norwood 4 goals 4-28, and Norwood played a pretty good first quarter of football?
Played a very good first quarter. Centrals, of course, were outstanding, kicking that 7-4. But I guess you always tend to look at the underdog, don't you, and what they've done. There's the throw-in, the backdrop of the aquatic centre out there on the outer side of the ground. Going to be picked up here by Norwood. A kick comes down towards the wing, almost a one-hander taken by young Hearn. Couldn't control it, though. He's playing it, looks like he's playing at centre-half back. Is he at centre-half-back or is he on the half-back flank?
Half-back flank. It's probably a bit deceiving because they've got a couple of centre-half forwards, but probably a half-back flank.
The action back now with Centrals. Comes across now to the acting captain, Hollywood Heath Hopwood. Comes in, drops the ball in short. But it is all Norwood this time, although I don't think they've done it particularly well. It's probably a little bit easier to play the game up here than it is out there. Conditions are just that little bit soft, although the ground's come up pretty well considering all the rain we've had. And a long way from our broadcast point. If you know anything about Elizabeth, it's a big oval. It's a long way across there. And there is going to be a ball up. So let's check the scoreboard, the Beechwood home scoreboard. 3 minutes into the second quarter. The Bulldogs 7-4-46, leading Norwood 4-4-28.
Umpire throws the ball in, Shell up against Padfull. Ball hits the ground, comes out there to Dawes. Quick kick forward there to Hill. Hill takes a good mark in front on that occasion on centre wing, and it'll also be a 15-metre penalty, a 25-metre penalty, and that'll be against young Shannon Hearn. So he looks like he has gone there to centre half back on Hill.
On his first game, bit of a professional 25-metre, I think, there. Gave his players time to get back, and now they've all manned up and Norwood have got nothing to kick to.
No doubt Dad would have been teaching him all the tricks in the backyard as Hill kicks inside 50. That's a good-looking kick.
Oh.
Hazel went up and down, couldn't take the mark. It's the player there in Steinburner can't pick it up. Clements is in there for Norwood. Nearly had his head ripped off. In there was Bound. He couldn't pick up the footy. Clements got it out there. Heath Grundy handballed over there towards Carslake. He couldn't take it either. And a quick kick forward there by Hearn. Looks out there towards Swatala, and Swatala just let the ball go out of play on the centre wing outer side of the ground.
The sun is still shining here at Elizabeth as we look across toward the suburb of Hillbank. Looks like they're getting a burst of sunshine too. Wouldn't be a bad afternoon to be out in the garden, I wouldn't think. The sort would be nice and soft as the throw-in comes in now. It actually landed just to the side of players there. Looked a little bit strange as Adam Swatala gets the ball. Those lovely skills of his in towards centre half forward. Up they go. Comes off hands. Will be picked up by a player who has got a muddy back. Was that Bartamucci? I don't know if it was. Could have been Nitschke. The kick going down towards the wing position, and the mark is taken here, and a 25-metre penalty. And so it will be a kick here by, let's pick up the Norwood boys, at Matthew Dawes. It is Dawes. So Dawes now coming in. Thomas on the mark. Dawes kicking from 55 metres, drops the ball in short. Oh, it's all Central District though. It was a poor kick really, as it went over the head of the two Norwood players, and Jeremy Ofterhide has taken the mark in that last line of defence.
Handball's over the top there to Curry. Curry with the football now, got a bit of time on his side, looking to get around Norwood player, gives it back over there to Ofterhide. Kicks long down there towards Prokopek. Camps himself from front, can't take the mark. In there is Gowns, tried to struggle a tackle, got the handball out, it came out there to Bound. Another handball there to Robbie Deal, but it was a poor kick. In there looking for Vassell, and he was tackled too high, said the umpire, and it was either against Gowns, it was James Gowns, or against Prokopek, but it's going to be a free kick to young Vassell on the half-back flank for the Norwood side. He's looking for someone to kick to now. Central Districts have pushed all their players in front of Vassell. They've only got one player at full forward, so Vassell now kicks down there towards centre half forward. Hill goes up, Grundy's up, can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Chris Gowans in there. He's wrapped up in the tackle there by Grundy. An umpire comes in to bounce it down at half forward for the Norwood side. We're at Central District 7 goals 4-46, Norwood 4 goals 4-28.
Well, we might go around the grounds at a moment because there's a bit of a stalemate here at the moment. Is there going to be another ball up? No, there won't be. As there goes ball ace. It was a funny old kick. It wasn't the best of kicks. He had a little more time than perhaps he thought, and it's going to be knocked over the line and out of bounds by Swatara. A throw in deep down in the forward pocket for Norwood. They trade at the moment 4-4-28. Central 7-4-46. Tate.
Yeah, ball ace definitely had. He probably had 10 metres, I think, to run into an open goal, and just panicked and jammed it on the left boot quickly.
Okay, let's go round the grounds now for National Wireless two-way radio. I'm not sure if it's you or Ben. It's a goal to Norwood. A goal to Norwood. 5-4-34. The goal's been kicked by Scotty Carslake. 5-4-34, Trading Central 7-4-46, 12 points the margin, 7 minutes into the quarter, but let's see how things are going first of all, at Noarlunga.
Adelaide 4-4-28, Port Adelaide 4-1-25. It's over to Carlton North at Glenelg.
8 minutes in here at Glenelg, and third lead 6-4-40, a 21-point lead over Glenelg, who are 3-1-19. Over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
Yeah, Woodville, it's a 13.5-minute mark. It's Eagles 5-6-36, leading West Adelaide 5 points straight. Back to you guys, the main game.
Back here, Elizabeth Oval, ball ace, kicks the ball out to the wing position, looking there for Dawes. Norwood are running here, gives a handball over there to Brett James. Brett James on half forward, kicks inside there, looking for Grundy. Up against off to Hyde. Grundy back onto the football, just inside 50. Little short left foot kick. They're looking for Hazel. Good spoil there by Central Districts. Comes there towards the player in Sibinala. Handball off there to Hay, and Centrals are running through half back. James Gowns, handballs are there to Krieg. Put him in all sorts of pressure as Clements come in and got him holding the ball. And great work there by Clements. Had Krieg charging at him, and he just put the tackle on, wouldn't let him go. And Clements now plays on quickly, gives a handball there to Ball-Ace. He kicks down there looking for Hazel, can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Hollywood Hopwood's in there and relieves for Central Districts.
There's the kick out towards the half-back line, and Swatara, who has had a swag of kicks. He's kicked a couple of goals too. Beautiful disposal as per normal. Down towards the half-forward line, the race is on. Robbie Neal, the former Saint, played in their 97 grand final team, which of course lost to the Crows. Has he got himself a free kick? I think he has. Might have got a nudge in the back there. And so Robbie Neal, one of the best kicks on either side of the body in the SANFL, except for that kick that he did earlier when I think he stubbed his foot on the ground. And he comes. That's a nice little kick. Goes down towards the wing. Up they go. It cleared the pack there. No one could take the mark. A hand pass came out there. One of the Gowans boys is out to Swatara again, featuring in that play. Got it across there to a teammate. Might have been Krieg. A lovely mark taken by Daniel Shell. The boy actually was Thomas. And a beautiful mark taken by Daniel Shell. You mentioned earlier, Tate, that he just looks so good when he's on that lead, and he just doesn't, he plucks him out of the air.
Well, that's just the difference between the last two entries for Centrals. He's taken the ball out in front. Hazel's had two kick to him, and he's tried to mark it on the chest and been spoiled twice. I think just needs to get his hands out there and mark the ball in front of his eyes.
The ball was kicked to Bello, and another kick over there to Chris Gowans, and Chris Gowans has marked the ball 45 out from goal directly in front. Kicking to the northern end of the ground, will be coming in now, wasting no time. 45 out from goal. It's a good-looking kick. It's drifting in. Has it been touched on the line? It has. Great work there by Norwood. Got back there in numbers. So that's another behind to Central Districts. 7 goals, 5. 47 is it to Central Districts. Norwood, 5 goals, 4. 34 as the kick in straight away from Norwood has gone directly down the centre of the ground. But another great mark there by Chris Gowans.
Chris Gowans, the Gowans boys, certainly racking up the possessions at the moment, as they usually do. And Chris Gowans now, what is it, about his 97th game? And what fantastic recruits they've been. I'm not sure if there have been too many better ones in recent years. He drops the ball in short. He found Krieg, and on the lead, he has got that man again, Daniel Shell. He stands out for 2 reasons. One is the long sleeve Guernsey, but the other one is the big long arms and the vice-like grip that he puts around the ball. So he's got this mark, and he'll kick from about 47 metres. And given his record of kicking, you wouldn't say he's a certainty with this one, Tate.
No, he's sprayed a couple this afternoon, but I'm sure, you know, he's going to pick his line and he'll kick the next couple.
Daniel Shell comes in now. Chance for his 3rd goal for the afternoon. Gets underneath this one a little bit. Up they go. Goes offline as Jonathan Robran took the mark in the last line of defence, but he was over the line. So Daniel Shell now, I've got him down for 2 goals, 3 so far. Central District move along to 7 goals, 6, 48. Leading Norwood on the Beechwood home scoreboard, 5-4-34.
The kick in comes there. It's a short kick there to Bryce Campbell. Takes the mark, only about 20 metres out from his defensive goal. He goes to the outer side of the ground where he's also got a teammate there in Vassell. Vassell takes the mark, just holding up play now. The left footer comes in, good left foot kick. Down there looking for Jonathan Robran. Oh, in
crap.
Front, that is a great mark. That's another contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. Playing in the ruck today and rucking off the bench with Carlo Calabrese. You'd like to see him on the ground the whole time because he's a class player. Kicks down there towards half forward, looking there for Grundy. Can't take the mark. Great second effort. They picked up the footy. He's kicked it 40 metres up, 20 metres long. Down there towards half forward. Hazel's in there. Great work by Central Districts. Comes out there to Curry. Little short kick over the top there to Hollywood Hopwood. Running through half back now. Hopwood comes grandstand side, centre wing. Looking down there towards James Gowns. Great work there by Dawes. Just held the play up. and umpire comes in. It was 2 against 1 there, and the Norwood player just hurled the ball up as there's going to be another change. Young Ben Fitzner about to come on for Central Districts, and Prokopek to have a spell as the umpire bounces the ball at half forward for Central Districts.
Yeah, Prokopek struggling today. He's just kicked the one behind over the top of the pack there. We found it was Steinberner, in fact, getting the tap out. Central's drive the ball forward. Bellow, a hand pass. Wonderful football across there to Cochrane. And Cochrane, even though he was tackled as he kicked, he landed in the goal square, and waiting there was big Paul Scholar, took the mark and rammed it through for a goal to the Doggies. Central District, 8 goals, 6-54, leading Norwood 5-4-34. The Beechwood home scoreboard, 13 minutes into the second quarter.
It's been pretty good work by Norwood, Doug, because 13 minutes have gone, and that's Central's first goal of the second quarter. So good work by the Norwood side.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Robbie Neal get a bit more involved. I'd like to see him maybe in the midfield. You know, he's got some good skills, and maybe can give him a bit of drive forward. He seems back there he hasn't had much of the footy.
Back in the centre of the ground, it's Rodman up against Scholar. Just kicked the goal. Scholar over the top. Couldn't get the ball clear. In there for the Norwood side is Clements. And as he was about to run off with the football, the umpires come in to call a ball up or a throw up right in the centre of the ground. Scholar works his way in front, but it came into Steinberner, tapped it forward, got it out there towards Thomas. Thomas kicks down there towards half forward. Players going in after it. Cree got the handball forward, but intercepted there by Vassell. He wheeled around on the left foot, kicked there towards half forward. No Norwood players are home. In comes Stewie Bound now. Little toe poke off the ground, but it came out to Thomas. Thomas a half back. Great work there. Handballed over there to Quinn and Graham. Another handball over there to Gowns. It's Chris Gowns. Kicks down there towards half forward, and his brother takes the mark. He plays on quickly. Little short kick there looking for Bellow, and Bellow takes the mark. Great work there by Central Districts. And Bellow has taken the mark. He's only 35 metres out, 40 metres out directly in front of goal. And Tate Bellow, one thing, he always, when Central's on the break, he just gets into that hole straight away.
He's very, very quick, and if you don't keep an eye on him, he finds himself open a fair bit of the time.
Bellow comes in now, the left foot. It's a great looking kick, and he's put it straight over the goal up by his head. And that's Central District's 9th goal of the day. 9 goals, 660 Central Districts. Norwood, 5 goals, 4-34 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. And great work there by Central Districts. We've travelled 15 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, we're going to go around the grounds again fairly soon as a few seagulls perch out on the half-forward line here for Norwood. Not sure that we'll have a player count, but we're just about set. We are ready. So let's, first of all, with thanks to National Wireless two-way radio, we'll go to Norlunga. And here's Ben Footner.
Minutes in at South Adelaide 4-5-29, Port Adelaide 4-1-25, over to Carl at Glenelg.
Minutes in at Glenelg and Sturtley 7-4-46 over the Bays 4-2-26 over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville Oval.
Yeah, it's a 21-minute mark down here at Woodville. It's Eagles 5-7-37, West Adelaide 8 straight behind. Let's cross back to the big game again.
In the big game, a very promising forward thrust by Norwood, but it's been thwarted by Brad Curry. This boy's underrated. He's done all right today. He's got the job, as I see it, on Tim Hazel, who's a pretty fair footballer, as we know. He's played seniors at Hawthorn and is a Crows rookie, but the ball's out of bounds at the moment. That kick by Curry went across the ground, so 45 metres around from the Norwood goal. They trade at the moment to the Redlegs by 26 points. Playing Central District here at Elizabeth. The action back here with Bowden. He went with the kick off the ground, got it across to Ball Ace, went out there to Vassell, got it across to Brett James, but it was a poor kick this time, and his opposing skipper in Heath Hopwood it was who took the mark. Another got it across there to Graham. Sivanata went to try and run through. He was tackled strongly there by Jonathan Robran. Still got the hand pass away though to Thomas. Thomas with wonderful skills. Gee, kicked that ball beautifully up towards the teeth of goal. Up they go. Big Schooler taps it across beautifully there to Copper, who picked the goal. And that was sensational. It wasn't all that pretty necessarily, but it was great football by Central District. And Grant, I was waiting for a stoppage so that you could get a little burst in there, but it didn't happen.
I was very interested there just to watch Scholar, Doug. They kicked the ball to him at the top of it, about 20 metres out from goal. He had no intention whatsoever of marking that football. All he did, he just put the big arms up. He's about 6'10", in the old language, and he just tapped the ball down to the running players, and Central Districts had numbers there.
Very important, I think, now that Norwood go man on man. They don't want this one to get away from them before half-time. It's 5 goals now, and Central seem like they're on a bit of a roll.
Back in the centre, it's Robran, taps the ball down. Central Districts in there with numbers, comes out there towards Bello. Bello kicks inside 50, looking there for Cochrane. Good spoil at the back, comes out there to Fitzner. Handball over the top there to Cochrane. Down there looking for Shell, can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Campbell couldn't take it, but he will receive a free kick. Play on advantage, comes out there to Nitschke. Nitschke now goes down to side of the ground where he's got Dawes. Dawes has had a bit of the football for Norwood. On the centre wing outer side, kicks down there towards half forward there to Hazel, and it's a free kick, a Norwood free kick, holding on against Curry, and it'll be Hazel there with a free kick. He'll look to move the ball on quickly, does so. Grundy's there in the one-on-one. This is where he's good, and he takes a good mark against Opterhide. He's very good in a one-on-one marking contest for a young player.
I thought he might have been in a bit of trouble there. Hop would have dropped back, but used his body well and got out in front and took the mark.
Grant, will the boy be drafted at the end of this year?
He's every possibility, Doug, All-Australian, and he's a real good prospect for Norwood as he comes in now 40 metres out from goal. It's a good-looking kick, and he puts it straight through. He's finished a great mark off with a great goal, and he's kicked Norwood's 6th goal of the day, 6 goals for 40 Norwood. Central Districts 10 goals 66, and great work there by Grundy. And one thing you don't see much anymore, Doug, is as young players coming through, good marking players. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah, they certainly are. He's a fairly big lump of lad, 18 years of age, but he's 190 centimetres, but weighs 88 kilos. I mean, it takes a bit of moving to get him out of the way, but he's got good skills too.
He has, and he's very good with the reflex. He's a good young player.
6-4 to Norwood, that's 40. Trading Central's 10-6, 66. The margin now 26 points. That's the Beechwood Homes match of the day. We'll be broadcasting the mini-league at half-time. I've just been handed the team sheets too, and many thanks to the SANFL for organising that. Names like Tom Atler, Ben Weston, Daniel Jones, all playing in that game. You may not know them at the moment, although if you're related you probably will. Jason Hall, Aaron Parker and Natasha Hoffman is also going to be playing at half-time.
Matthew Robran kicks inside 50, and he's picked out Hill. He's taken the mark. He plays on quickly, wheels around on the right foot from 50. It's a good long kick. It's going to lob, and the squares have been touched. It has been touched right on the line, but Norwood doing well there. They move on to 6 goals 5, 41. Central Districts 10 goals 6, 66, as Big Mackenzie comes back on for Central Districts as Scholar has a rest.
Central's now bringing the ball out of defence, and that man, Swatala, great link man, kicks the ball down towards the wing. He looks out there for Elijah Ware. Good story on him in the paper through, I think it was in the paper, or was it in the budget today? In the budget. Yeah, employed there at Salisbury East High School. It's a lovely story. The boy from Port Lincoln and then over to Port Pirie. We find there's a boy who's been knocked over there, and I'm not sure what's happened, but he's holding his face, and that didn't look all that good. It was Matthew Dawes. A little incident there behind the play. The umpy didn't see it. As a little bit of remonstrating going on there. With a certain Central's player. Daniel Shell has it though, gets it across there to Hatima. Nice kick, lovely kick, and it finds Chris Gowans deep in the forward pocket, and he'll kick from about 40 metres out in front of the time clock, which at the moment shows 20 minutes gone. The margin in this game is 25 points.
While his player was down, he was the one that ran to the open space and got it all by himself.
So Chris Gowans now to go up and line up for goal. Not a big crowd here today, but as you might expect, a fairly vocal crowd, but really good conditions considering all the rain we've had through the week. Normally a beautiful kick for goal. Chris Gowans comes in and kicks for goal. Just off target with this one though, so we'll put that down. He's kicked 1 goal 2 now this afternoon, and Central's move along to 10 goals 7, 67.
Blood rule.
Leading Norwood 6 goals 5, 41, the Beechwood home scoreboard. As we take you around the grounds once again. A little bit of a
bit of push and shove. There was a blood rule from that behind the play incident, and Dawes is coming off the ground. Young Scott Bowden is coming back on for the Norwood side.
Let's go round the grounds for National Wireless two-way radio. First up at Noarlunga, here's Ben Footner.
3 minutes in, and it's South Adelaide 4-6-30 to Port Adelaide 1-37. Over to Carlton Glenelg.
25 minutes in here at the Bay and Sturt. Now only lead by 8 points. They lead 7-4-46 to Glenelg, 5-2-38. Now over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
27-minute mark down here at Woodville. It's Eagles by 18 points, 5-8-38. West Adelaide 2-8-20. Back to the main game at Elizabeth.
Adam Swatala, who at this stage I reckon to be close to being in amongst the votes, gets the ball out there to his teammate. That man is Ben Fitzner, not to be confused with Ben Footner. And Ben Fitzner in towards centre half forward. Nice spoil affected there by Jonathan Robin, running the same way as the ball. Going to be picked up here though by Centrals. Comes out here. It's Steinburner. Steinburner races in. And isn't he a good footballer to watch? And the former Port Power player has put it through for another major. Central District 11 goals, 7-73, leading Norwood 6-5-41. The Beechwood home scoreboard. Special comments from Tate Kaesler.
Yeah, Steinburner probably hasn't done a heap of, but he's the type of player that if you let him go, he'll absolutely tear you apart. Very quick and a very good finisher, as you just saw.
You don't get an easy kick on him either, Tate.
No, he's very mans up well and then runs off and runs hard.
Have you ever had to chase him?
No.
No, you wouldn't want to, I don't think. As it's going to be Robin up against McKenzie in the centre of the ground. Both players should go at it. No one can get the tap to it. The ball, it was a throw. And it's against Norwood, so Thomas will get the free kick for the Norwood side. And it was that quick, I didn't even see it myself, as Thomas gave the handball over there to Shannon Hearn. That's a good-looking kick down there, looking for Bello right on 50. Puts the one hand out, can't take it. Bryce Campbell's in there for Norwood. Gave the handball off there to Brett James. Found Bowden there on centre wing out of side. He plays on quickly, wheels around on the left foot, looking there for Hill. Also Stewie Bound took the mark, gave it off there to Hill. Another one over there towards Grundy. Grundy kicks down, looking for Hazel, and the marks. He's taken it on the third attempt. Up against Curry, and Hazel, who's looked threatening up forward, taken a good mark. He's 40 metres out from goal, and that was better football by Norwood.
Yeah, they ran it well, but at that time he actually put his hands out, Grant, and took it out in front of his eyes instead of trying to take it on the chest.
Because the backman's always been playing close there, so that time got the hands out in front of the eyes as Dawes is back on for the Norwood side. He's been probably one of their better players today. Thomas coming off for Central District, Krieg back on, but the ball is with Hazel, comes in, it's a good-looking kick, it's going to lob in the square, up they go, bounds up there, off the ground, Grundy it was, in fresh air, and he's put it through, great work there by Grundy. That's fantastic play, that's his third goal, is it, Doug? 3 goals, he's kicked 1 in the first and 2 in the second, so that takes Norwood now to 7 goals, 5-47, Central District's 11 goals, 7-73, 24 and a half minutes have gone in the second quarter, and the knock has come through on the window, which means there's 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. But Grundy, fantastic work.
Oh, just reflex. He just saw the ball on the end, just swung the foot through and got contact and kicked it goal.
Well, Grant mentioned that a while ago. Not only a good marking player, he's only 18 years of age, but his reflexes are great. As Norwood drive the ball in towards centre half full, the boy who got that kick away there was Paul James. A chance now for Norwood again as Matty Dawes has a long shot for goal. Up they go, comes off hands. I think it was young Grundy again. It was at Hazel that time, Hazel this time. And it wasn't a case of hooray for Hazel. Remember the song, Grant? No. I'll hit for Tommy Rowe as the kick out comes now picked up by Shannon Hearn. He went with a hand pass, got it across there to Elijah Ware, and Central District now drive the ball down towards the wing, and Robbie Neal takes a well-judged mark from behind.
Gave it off to the captain there, and Brett James comes grandstand side with the kick looking there for Hill. Took the ball there, gave it off there to Borlace. He kicks inside 50, looking there for Hazel in front of Curry on that occasion, but Curry good enough to go back and get it. Gave it off to Oftahide, but a great spoil there by Timmy Hazel. Goes in after Oftahide, the ball near, very close to the line. Hazel, great work, comes out now to Paul James, another one over there to Clements. Hazel in there, but he's fumbled it on this occasion. Sibinala's in there for Central District. He'll come in there hard. And the kick has gone forward there by Sibinala, looking there for Borlace. Great work there by Hazel Spaulding, and great pressure football take by both sides.
Great pressure footy. I think Borlace might have been a little bit unlucky there. I don't know whether Hay had eyes, even though he hit the foot, he had eyes for the ball.
What about the umpire director, Shane Harris, thought of that one? But anyway, no, it was okay.
It's okay.
Yep, it's interesting because from our angle, and Shane knows a lot more about umpiring than we do, so there was no real contact made there, so there we have it. So the action back in the centre of the ground, it's going to be Robbie Neal now for Norwood. What's he doing? He's trying to get a hand pass out there, but it's going to be Centrals there. Got it out there through Heath Hopwood, went with a long hand pass across to Sibinala. Not Sibinala, it is actually the other boy, Inswatala. Easy to mix them up with names that are similar like that. Little Bowden got up there in front, thumps the ball away was it Vassell? It was Vassell. Oh, having fun with the names here, Grant.
It's all happening in the centre too, Doug, as Dawes tried to square up with one of the players there. But it was the ball with Robbie Neal. Kicks it in there. That could be a report or a 25, and was against. Oh, they're taking it. Was against Bello. They're coming in from everywhere here.
There's two blues.
There's two blues going on, one at centre half forward and one on a half forward flank.
You'd
but
think
the ball
Sturt
has been turned over.
The double blues.
And it's with Bello now. He plays on quickly. Gave it up there to Switala. Kicks inside there looking for Shell, but ball ace puts into the hole. Great work. Dawes goes in there once again. He's starting to play well, stirring things up for the Norwood side. Nitschke's got the ball. Goes long, but it's all Central Districts as it's gone straight there to Thomas on the centre wing outer side.
Thomas goes in short, picked up here by, was it Bello? Bello went in short, finds it's Hopwood, comes back here to Thomas. Another hand pass. He's a great player, Thomas. Across to Krieg. Krieg now a big long kick up towards the teeth of goal. Up goes Shell, knocked away from him. A hand pass there from Calabrese. Went out there to ball ace, and so Norwood now getting the hand passes going there. Out of defence they come. A long kick comes down towards the wing. A falling attempt to mark, and it will be paid here to Jeremy Opterhyde on the outer side of the ground. And that free kick now, and he'll drive Central District into attack again.
Does so, looking there for Chris Gowns in the centre of the ground. He's manned up there by Hill on this occasion. Central's got numbers on the grandstand side. Got one there on Hay. Hay takes a mark on the half-forward flank. He'll go long with a kick down there looking for Shell. Got the set over the back. Good spool there. Comes out to Calabrese. Got it over there to ball ace. Came grandstand side. Good work there by Barnamucci. His kick is smothered there by Ware. Hay goes in, but it's Norwood once again through Dawes. He's been a good player for Norwood. Gave the handball off there to ball ace. Plenty of action here. Pressure by both sides. Hill goes in there, but as Thomas crashes the pack, handball forward. But the siren's
on again. It's on again.
It's on again behind play, and it's also on again where the football is. So there's a bit happening around the play at the moment, as both sides will come off the ground. Just need some cool heads just need to take place here, but it's half time at Central District.
There's a free kick, I think, Grant.
I think there's a free kick that the umpire has paid to Central District, about 55 metres out from goal. Kicking into a breeze, it'll be a miraculous kick if James Gowans. It's funny how when little things happen like this, little spot fires, the Gowans boys seem to be somewhere near it.
And no comment.
No comment. They are characters. And James Gowans, realising that he's not going to be able to kick a goal.
Nearly kicked it out.
Just kicked it out on the forward. I think he was kicking to one of his...
one of the Norwood supporters, perhaps. I don't know. But they are great characters. They're wonderful footballers. But you've played against them, Tate. They are lads who can suck the opposition in just that little bit.
Oh, they are. I mean, off the field, they're fantastic blokes. You know, I've been able to have a beer with them every now and then. But on the field, they really, really love their footy. They're just passionate, and they love playing for the jumper.
So we just have to be careful here, because this could get a bit messy as they're coming down the race. Both sides gathering as a group.
Fingers being pointed.
Yes.
And Troy Clements just letting the Central District players know that they could be in for a torrent second half. But great work there. Good pressure by both sides. And also Macca's letting them know what's going on. It's the Central players just letting Macca know that just to go down the race. It's just a bit of good-hearted fun, Doug, but you need to stand up to have a look what's happening here. Both sides going off the ground.
Grant, you don't often see the umpires being given a standing ovation. But the boys are going down in the club rooms. And as the ground announcer, Richard Berry, gives the half-time score, we'll give it also. Central District 11-7-73, Norwood 7-6-48. The margin 25 points at half-time. It's been a thriller, really. Let's check the goal kickers, and we'll get ready to go around the grounds in just a moment. And goal kickers, if we can. The mini-league's about to start.
Start of this third quarter, but both teams are out in position. Central Districts are kicking towards the southern end. Norwood are kicking to the northern end, the end of the Elizabeth swimming pool here. We're at Central Districts 11 goals 7-73, leading Norwood 7 goals 6-48, a 25-point margin to Central Districts as the umpire comes in and throws the ball up. It's going to be Schuller over the top, gets it down to Bello. Another quick handball off there to Chris Gowns down towards half forward, but Robbie Neal picks it up, kicks the ball long and high down there towards ball ace. Camped under the foot, didn't pay the mark. Play on, Schuller took it out of his hands. It should have been a mark. Play went down there towards Patfull. Patfull on his defensive 50, and he was tackled there by Shell, and the ball has gone out of play on the forward 54 Central Districts, but Ball Ace just did everything there, Tate.
I'm sure it travelled its required distance, so I'm not sure what the decision was there.
Oh, it went 25 metres into the air. As the throw-in now, right beside the pie stand, an umbrella in front of it too. It's a nice side on the outer side. In Central's attacking zone, right on the 50-metre line, taken by Bello. He grabbed that one after the throw-in, the little Rover did. The player there trying to pick it up now, picking it up is Cochrane. Swings it back around over his shoulder. It goes over the head of players. Patfull is the first to recover. Went with a hand pass there to Robbie Neal. Oh, the
You're going to choke on that sandwich, Doug. Have a spill there as the ball comes out there towards Cochrane. From 40, has a shot to go. He's hit the post. He's hit the post, the top of the post. Great work there by Cochrane as Doug Oakley nearly choked on his sandwich there. But Central Districts have moved on to 11 goals, 874. Norwood, 7 goals, 648 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled 1.5 minutes into the third quarter.
There's the kick out now from young Vassell. He's a beautiful kick of the ball. Big Scholar went up, almost took the mark. Play on calls the umpire. Again, there's a pack of players forming, and there's going to be a ball up 55 metres out from the Central's goal. Magnificent sight here as we look across the oval. The big shadows of the trees behind us, the big gum trees, of course. They're getting a bit of a fluttering from the breeze.
We just hope the train doesn't blow the siren as it goes past, Doug.
That was a game between Sturt and Centrals, I think. Was that last year or the year before? And it stopped the game, as we all know. But there was nothing much hinging on that game at that time. As Scholar now gets the free kick, kicks it in towards centre half forward. It will be a mark. No, it won't. It comes off hands. A hand pass there by Patfull. It was not a terribly effective one, though. And probably should have gone more for the safety of the boundary line, but maybe he thought his teammate was going to run through, and there's going to be a ball up. This time 20 metres out from the Central District goal. No one covering the goal, so if a Central's player can just make a bit of ground, and it looks like they are going to race into an open goal, and that's it. It's Krieg who has kicked that one, and he's put through his third goal for the afternoon. And you probably wouldn't have come along to the game thinking the two major goal kickers on the ground are Matthew Krieg and Heath Grundy, but that's the way it is. 3 goals apiece from their respective sides. Central's 12 goals, 880. Lead Norwood 7 goals, 6, which is 48. The margin out to 32 points. 3 minutes have gone in the third quarter. And I would have to say probably the opening wasn't quite as fire as we were expecting, Tate.
No, I thought we'd see a few more body clashes, but obviously their minds are on it, what they've got to do.
Umpire throws the ball up. Scholar goes in there, crashes his way through, gets it out there towards Thomas. Another handball there to Bello. Another one back to Thomas. Running off half-back is Sibinala. Gives it over there to Ware. Ware off half-forward. Kicks down there looking for the player in Krieg again and takes a mark in front. 50 out from goal. He kicks it long. Down there looking for Prokopek. Back goes Daniels and takes a good mark. Just drifting at the back there. Takes a good mark. He plays on quickly. Goes the outer side of the ground where he's got Ball Ace. Good work there, but it comes out there towards the player. It looks like Bartamucci. It was Bartamucci. Gave it off there to Robran. Robran kicks down towards centre half back where he's got bound. Dropped an easy mark. Good enough to go back in after it. Gives a handball there to Vassell. He comes grandstand side looking there for Bryce Campbell. The ball's on the deck. He's good enough to go in after it. Nearly a great tackle there by Steinburner, but Campbell got around, kicked it down there towards the wing position. Was a poor kick. Paul James is in there. Also Swatala. Paul James got the handball out to Robbie Neal. Robbie Neal with a long left foot kick down towards the forward 50. Hollywood Hopwood's there. Can't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Heath Grundy's there. Can't pick up the football. Stewie Bound picks it up. Tries to get a handball off. Ball Aces picked it up right on 50. Kicks long up and under, but it's all Centrals, and Curry takes a good mark. 20 out from his own goal.
Probably the major difference, I reckon, between the two sides, the way that Norwood go forward. I'm taking over your role here, Tate. But, yeah, Norwood unable to do anything there, and the ball comes down towards the wing position, and Ben Fitzner has taken the mark. There's his kick. Didn't quite connect as he would have liked. It's going to be intercepted this time by Brett James. Lightning hand pass across to Carslake. Carslake will drop the ball in short. That is not a terribly effective kick, and it's landed right in the arms of Elijah Ware. Ware now kicks the ball up towards the forward line. Up goes Daniel Shell. Got an awkward bounce. Going to be picked up here by Matthew Krieg. A lightning hand pass goes out there to Cochrane. Gets the ball back here to Krieg. Krieg now a chance to race it and kick his 4th goal. Will he do it? No, he won't. He's got a player there in front of him. He drops the ball in short, and a one-hander is taken there by Troy Clements. It is 2 coming out of defence. Norwood relieving the pressure.
Gives a handball to Ball Ace. Another handball to the running Robran. Running through half-back. Bounces the football. Now kicks there down towards centre half forward there indoors. Been a good player. Tried to give the handball to Bartamucci, but it was a great smother there by Scholar. came out to West. Centrals are away through Thomas. Comes grandstand side there for Steinburner. All the sun must have got in his eyes. He tapped the ball in front. Great work there. Ran away from Campbell. He's had one bounce. 70 out from goal. Kicks in there towards... That's Gowns takes the mark. Chris Gowns over the back of Robbie Neal.
That's it.
And that's a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. He had to sit there, and poor old Robbie Neal camping in front couldn't do anything, Tate.
Yeah, he had to just go back, and he did everything right. Couldn't do much more, but when the ball was over here on the wing, Gowns was just sitting inside 50 all by himself again.
Chris Gowns kicked one goal in the first half. That was in the first quarter. Comes in now. It's a wobbly old kick, and it's missed to the near side for another behind the Centrals. Takes him to 12 goals, 981. Norwood 7 goals, 648 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled 6.5 minutes into the third quarter.
Let's go around the grounds now and find out what's happening around town. Thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. First up at Noarlunga, here's Ben Footner.
7 minutes in, and it's South Adelaide by 4 points. South Adelaide 7-6-48, Port Adelaide 7-2-44. Over to Glenelg with Carl.
5 minutes in here at the Bay, and it is still Glenelg. They lead by 2 points, 9-2-56 to Sir 8-6-54. Over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
Down here at Woodville, it's a 13.5 minute mark down here at Woodville, and it's the Eagles 5-9-39, leading West Adelaide 3-10-28. Back to you guys at Elizabeth.
And it was a bit messy initially, but a great finish there as the kick lands in the hands of Hazel. He kicks the ball up towards the teeth of goal. Oh. It was taken there by Hill. A kick toward goal. Was that Hill who got the foot to the ball, or he was in that contest somewhere? But it's gone through for a minor score to Norwood. And they move along now to 7 goals, 7-49. Central District 12-9-81, the Beechwood home scoreboard.
Haid brings the ball in, goes short there to his teammate in Krieg. He plays on, gives off there to Curry. Curry comes there with a short kick to Swatala. Swatala deep in the back pocket, right up against the 50-metre defensive line. Just in the shadows there, just in front of the police there who are watching the game today. He goes long to the wing position, but that's a great mark to Jonathan Robran. You've got to pay that there, supporters, as Robran there at the back of Scholar just pushed him under the football and had plenty of it to be paid the mark. Here's a good player, Robran, kicks into the centre of the ground to his teammate and captain there in Brett James, just holding up play now. He's got a play there short in Clements, put him under all sorts of pressure. He's good enough to get it, give the handball back to Robran. Another short kick in there to Bound. So they're messing around a bit here, Norwood. Bound, who's about 80 metres out from his goal, looking there for someone to kick to, needs to go long, does so. Down there looking for Patfull, is it? But in front is Elijah Ware and takes a good defensive mark in front of Patfull.
Elijah Ware, lovely skills. Would love to play in the AFL. I was just reading the article in the Budget today. It's a good story, that one. The ball goes out towards the half-back line. It's going to be taken away here by Central District, and this boy is hot. This is Curry. Hot Curry. And kicks the ball down. I was trying to get that one in. Kicks the ball down towards the wing, and it's gone out of bounds, and there will be a throw-in. Out in front of the... it's a fairly sparsely populated outer, but they're looking into the sun at the moment. Probably a little bit chilly out there, but the sun is shining.
And the new provisions for the lights going up too, Doug. So I think the club's very keen to have night football here, and you can see the new provisions going up. So that'll be a great concept.
Be a great, magnificent concept. Be nice watching night footy up here. It's a great oval from which to watch the footy. I mean, you've got the grassy banks all the way around, of course, plus the one grandstand. It really is a superb oval, and some of the improvements we've noticed this year just from the press area, the media section has been tremendous. So well done to the Central District Footy Club. Throw in. It's just on the central attacking side of the centre wing. Up go the big fellas. It comes off hands. Little Bellows in there. He couldn't pick up the ball. Will be taken away here by Norwood. Picked up by Scotty Borlace. He couldn't quite control it all that well as a Central's pack of players came in there, and Big Scholar was bending over like a giraffe trying to have a drink. He couldn't pick it all up. Grundy got a hand pass away. Got it across there to Borlace, and Norwood go forward again.
Looking there for Hill, but the ball has gone out of play. Now it's a free downfield, and Hill is going to receive the free kick. 80 out from goal. He plays on quickly down there looking for Hazel. Hollywood Hopwood camps in front, spoils the ball. Great work off to Hyde over the back, picks it up, comes there short there in front of goal is Thomas. Thomas now running grandstand side. You've got players running for him. Swatala's made the wing his own today, been a great player for Centrals. He's just going to go for a kick along the ground and he's going to find touch as the ball goes out of play right in front of the race here at Elizabeth Oval as Carslake comes off the ground and Bratton on for one of his runs on the oval today. Started on interchange and's been on and off the ground for most of the day. Umpire coming in to throw the ball in. It's going to be Big Scholar up against Robran. Been a good duel. Scholar pushes his way to the front, but Robbie Neal's also in there, and Scholar got in the back of Robbie Neal, was the third man up and received a free kick. Gave it off there to Brett James. He goes down there looking for ball ace, but great mark in front to the Hollywood Hopwood, who plays on through Hay.
He plays on through Hay, gets it across to Steinberger, the acting vice-captain, running through the centre of the ground. That is a beautiful kick. Oh, courage! A Norwood mark, and the umpire says it. I think he's going to say it's a mark.
And 50.
And it will be a 25. Pretty hard to tell. I'd like to see the replay. That was pretty hard for the player, Daniel Shell, on the lead to stop. But
yeah, I think it's fair enough. I think a 25 is fair enough on that in that situation.
It does protect the player and gives them the, you know, it'll say there's a message there, you know, if you're going to get in the front position and take a courageous mark like that, you'll be protected. So I think on that basis, it's a good decision. And Tate, you're nodding your head too.
Yeah, very good decision. The bloke went back with courage and, you know, he was in the air, but it was a little bit late, so a good decision.
Stephen Daniels is that player as he kicks in towards centre half forward. It comes off hands. There's a hand pass that comes out here to Matthew Dawes. He tries to get the ball, can't do so. But one of the stars today, and Paul Thomas, breaks through, gets a hand pass across here to Chris Gowans, on to James Gowans, up towards centre half forward, and Centrals have got the ball deep in the attacking zone.
But it's gone over the back of the pack where Patfull's all on his own, picked up the football. He's gone to the outer side of the ground. Well, it's all Centrals through Steinberger, put on the afterburners, went over, picked up the football, gave it off there to the other wingman there in Swatala. He's had a field day, kicks it in there towards Bello. Bello on 50, looking there for Hollywood Hopwood. Good spoil at the back there by Bratton. Ball comes to the front of the pack. Players fall in after the football. Our umpire comes in to bounce it down 45 metres out from the Central District's goal. And it's Central District's 12 goals, 981. They're leading Norwood 7 goals, 749. We've travelled nearly 13 minutes in the third quarter.
Waiting now for the throw in, or the ball up at least. And in fact, we've had the ball up. Sorry, I had my head down. So we're not waiting for anything. But we've got another ball up. This time it's on the 50-metre line. It's in Central's attacking zone. I'd say this is the crucial part of the game. Tate, it's where it could blow out, or Norwood could just hold on.
Yeah, I mean, Norwood are doing all the right things. They're just struggling to get a clear passage of play through half forward there.
Here's a boy who's impressed me today, Andrew Hill at centre half forward there for Norwood. He's a long way up. He's up on the wing. The kick goes in down towards the half forward line. Will it be picked up here by Norwood? Yes, it will be. The player out there, who was it? Grundy. It was Grundy that he was tackled, taken by Ball Ace's teammate. Oh, nice pass. It lands fortuitously in the arms of Tim Hazel. Well, I reckon today's been just a tad disappointing on a couple of, on the few times it's been down there. But he's taken a good mark this time, 40 metres out from goal, almost directly in front.
I like the way Scott Ball-Ace has started this third quarter. He's had plenty of possessions, tried to set it up for his club, and as you can see, on the end of it, good skills like that can find a player like Hazel all by himself.
Hazel now, Tim Hazel, former Hawthorn player. Now a rookie with the Crows, lines up from 45 metres, kicking into a slight breeze, and that's a shocker. That is a shocker.
He really leant back on that, Doug. That was it was a poor kick. That's all you can say.
Well, it headed towards Angaston. I think that's about all we can say. And it should have headed towards Kapunda.
As it's young Hearn with the football now. He comes grandstand side. It's a good-looking kick. He's got Big Scholar, all 6'10" of him. Gets under the football. Ball bounced in front, picked it up, gave the handball off there to the running Thomas. Thomas on grandstand side, centre wing. Goes long with a kick. Down there looking for Crockerpeck up against Daniels. Both players couldn't take the football. Campbell's in there for Norwood, trying to get a handball clear. Fitzner's in there, tried to get clear. Crockerpeck gave it over there to Gowans. Another one to Krieg. Steinberger's there. 25 metres out from goal, needs to pick up the football, bouncing in front. He runs away from Patfull. He's going to centre the ball, but it's Bassel. Picked up the crumbs, gave it off there to Robbie Neal, and Norwood away through Hill.
Hill now gets the ball, He's up in the defensive zone at the moment. He's been playing centre half forward, and the long sleeve hill has found Bartamucci on the outer side. It's not Bartamucci.
Paul James on the ground.
Paul James gets it back now to Hill. A big long kick in towards centre half forward, but coming in from over the top there was off the hide. He affected the spoil. Will be picked up here by young Hearn, playing his first game for Centrals. Gets it out there to big Scudder. Scudder across to Hopwood, and Central District are surging forward again here through Richard Cochrane Jr.
Cochrane now kicks there towards 50, looking there for Steinburner. Can't take it. Krieg's in there, being a good player. Giving it back there to Cochrane. Cochrane now kicks it back inside 50, looking for Shell. Goes up, can't take it. Comes down to there to Swatala. Around the corner. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. To Swatala. Great goal. He's third of the game, and he's been a fantastic player for Central Districts today. He's kicked Central's 13th goal. 13 goals, 987. Central Districts. Norwood, 7 goals, 749. And Swatala has been a great player, Tate.
Yeah, he's really taken control of that wing there. I thought they controlled him a little bit in that second quarter, but now he's just broken away again.
Okay, so the margin here now is out to 38 points. It's time to go around the grounds again for National Wireless two-way radio. And first up at Norlunga, here's Ben Footner.
Good tackle, Corey. Come on, Bud. Come on, Bud. Boy. Good down.
Ben could be ordering a pie there at the canteen by the sound of it, Doug.
And they're nice pies too. As time Central District, another chance, Grant.
As the ball ends up with Prokopek and takes the mark. Great kick there by Steinburner. And Steinburner's found Prokopek. He's only 25 metres out from goal. And big Prokopek hasn't kicked a goal today as Schuller comes off the ground. He's been one of the better players, though, for Centrals. Big Mackenzie going back on for another run on the ball there for the Central District side. Carslake back on and off for Central District. So that looks like young Vassal is having a spell. It is Vassal. But the ball is with Prokopek. Hasn't kicked a goal today. He's 25 to 30 metres out directly in front. Just have a look at this goal. It's gone straight through the middle for his first goal of the day in Central District's 14. 14 goals, 793 Central Districts. Norwood, 7 goals, 749 on the Beechwood Home scoreboard. And we travelled 17 and a half minutes in the third quarter.
Well, we're going to try again and go around the grounds. And first of all, here's Ben Footner at Norlunga.
Okay, it's a tight game here at Norlunga. At the moment, it's Port Adelaide by 3 points at the 18-minute mark. Port Adelaide 9-3-57, South Adelaide 8-6-54. Over to Carlett for the Nell.
16 minutes down here at the Bay, and also a tight one. Sturt lead 10-7-67 over Glenelg, 10-3-63 over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
That's close to three-quarter time down here at Woodville. It's the Eagles leading by 13 points, 6-11-47. West Adelaide 4-10-34. Back to the big game down Elizabeth.
And back here, there's going to be a ball up on the half-forward line here for Central District as they go towards the southern end here at the very spacious Elizabeth Oval. There was the ball up. Calabrese was in that little bit of play there. A hand pass comes out here to Michael Bratton. This lad can play a bit, you know. Haven't seen the best of him as he kicks the ball long up towards centre half forward. Big leap there. Taken off the hands here by Paul James. Swings the ball round as he got a teammate down here. He looks down here for Hill. Was out of position a little bit as he went for that one. And Hopwood got it away there to Hay. And Central District are out of trouble again.
Mackenzie takes the mark at half-back. Kicks in there towards Bello. Bello now got players running for him. He's got James Gowns in the centre of the ground, goes that way. It was a poor kick. They put him under all sorts of pressure. Clements was in there, put on the tackle. Players going in after the football, and the umpire will come in and ball it up at centre half forward for the Norwood side. And Norwood, 7 goals, 7-49 Norwood. They're trailing Central's 14 goals, 9-93 as the umpire balls it up. Ball-ace tries to go off the ground, missed it on that occasion, comes out there towards Brett James. Too high, surely in the tackle there by James Gowns, and will receive a free kick. And once again, Doug probably already had plenty of touches. Would have had in the high 20s as he goes short there to Clements. He kicks inside 50 to Hill, and Hill, who has been an impressive player today at centre half forward, keeps presenting, takes a good mark in front of Ofterhide, and he'll have a shot on goal from about 45 to 48 metres out from goal and Norwood need a steadier tape.
Yeah, they definitely do. The thing that's letting them down is just their skills as they're coming forward. They've had plenty of the ball, just a couple little silly errors, and they just tend to bomb the ball long instead of putting it out in front of their full forward.
Hill, who has played, this is his 8th game for the club, kicked 11 goals in that time. We know he's very good in the air. Also can kick a good long goal as he comes in now right on 50. It's a good looking kick. He's kicked it long, but he's pushed it to the far side for another behind to Norwood. Takes him to 7 goals 8. 50. Central District's 14 goals 9, 93 on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
I've got Andrew Hill down for 1 goal 5 this afternoon. And you're right, he has been presenting, and if he was on target, who knows what could have happened. But he's just missing those crucial goals, and he's not a bad kick of the football either. The throw-in now to take place 45 metres around from the Norwood goal as the shadows get bigger down there in that northwestern pocket at Elizabeth. There's the throw-in, comes off hands, taken by Hill once again, kicks into the player in front of him though, and we can find it's going to be Central's coming out of defence, and it's one of the Gowans boys. And we haven't got a clue which one it is because he won't turn around. But it is going to be a throw-in. And it's midway between the wing and the half-forward line here with Central District doing the defending at the moment.
James.
It was James, number 28, James Gowans. There's the throw-in now. Little Bello was in there. There's a free kick here to Norwood, though. Free kick for too high Luke Nitschke to take that free kick. Now, what's happened here? Umpire said... We're just trying to work it out as he went back to have a free kick. I don't know.
Well, I think the umpire thinks he's moved off the mark, and Gowans there wrapped him up in the tackle straight away, but Gowans got the ball out of the clearance, came over there to Hollywood Hopwood, a long handball there to James Gowans. James Gowans evades a tackle there by Borlase, kicks out to centre half forward, Cochrane falls over. Also, the player falling over is Bowden, comes at the back there to Steinburner. He's put on the afterburners. Can he pick up the football? Does so now. He's wrapped up behind the tackle. The ball spills free, comes out to Carslake, and the racehorse for Norwood runs away with the football and finds James in the centre of ground. He gives it to Borlase, back to Carslake. Carslake now running through half forward, kicks down there towards, looking for Hazel, but it's all Centrals. Comes out to Hollywood Hopwood and relieves the pressure for Central Districts.
Every time that Norwood seem to be going forward, they come across that brick wall known as the Central District defence, and Central's going forward this time, and young Richard Cochrane it is, takes the mark there, across half forward. He looks out here for Matthew Cregan. That is a good mark, a strong mark. It probably won't be the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. At this stage, it is Chris Gowans who's got that one, but there's a great attempt to mark there by Stephen Daniels. Coming in from behind, couldn't take the mark. Robbie Neal's got the ball, tries to thump it along the ground. He does so. He's fairly successful. Got it over to Daniels, and he in turn went for a hand pass, but it was smothered, and there will be a ball up again. 40 metres out from the Central District goal. They lead at the moment. 23 minutes into the third quarter. Central's 14-9, 93. Norwood 7-8-50.
Umpire throws the ball up, big fist forward, comes out there to Bello. Bello reels around on the left foot, it's going to lob in the goals, and it's been knocked through by Patfull and also Shell for a behind as Cochrane comes off and Big Scholar comes onto the ground. So Central Districts have got both tools on the ground. They move to 14 goals 10, which is 94. Norwood 7 goals 8. 50 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. The ball is brought in. Borlase with the football, gives it over there to Brett James, gives it there to the running Bowden. He goes long with a kick down towards half forward there to Grundy. Takes the mark on the second occasion, does he? Was not clear by Hay, but had enough of it. And Grundy, who's been impressive across half forward today for Norwood, takes a good mark. Grundy now just looking for options. He's got Hill running for him. Decides to go to the outer ground where he's got Bound. Bound now not known for his kicking. He's put it down on the carpet for up Bound. Put himself under all sorts of pressure and the ball spilled free. Comes out now towards Hearn. Hearn with the football. Gave it over there towards Hollywood Hopwood. Another one there towards Zibinala. He's got the running player and Chris Gowans on centre wing out of side. Got a bit of time on his side. Gave it over there to his brother there and James. A short kick forward to Prokopek. A handball over there to Krieg. Krieg from 55 puts it long to the goal square, but it's all Norwood, and Daniels takes a good saving mark.
Stephen Daniels, I mean, he's played a pretty dependable game today as he kicks out towards the half-back line. Up they go, comes off hands. Hand pass there from James, was it? As it comes back now in the direction of the Norwood boy in Patfull. Takes one bounce, two bounces, runs through the centre wing position in towards centre half forward. His target was Hill, knocked away from him by Ofterhide though. Hill's in there fighting for it still, but Sotara got the hand pass away to Hollywood Hopwood. Umpire says it will be a free kick to Centrals. And some ironical cheers go up. 25 minutes into the third quarter as the kick comes in now towards the centre of the ground. One of the Gowans boys there got the hand pass away to Thomas. A big long kick. That is a beautiful kick up there in the direction of Shell. Great spoil though by the boy in Patfull. He's all wrapped up and the umpire will call for a ball up.
It's been a great fight back, Doug, by Patfull. Shell got off to a flyer, but been very good. Just as a move for Norwood, I wouldn't mind seeing Robbie Newell going down as the siren sounds for the three-quarter time. But Robbie Newell's a proven goal scorer. I'd like to see him down in the goal square just as a one-out situation.
Yeah, I've just had a look at the same thing, Grant. Robbie Neal's kicked 23 goals for the year. He's their leading goal kicker. And, you know, he's playing a conservative game across half-back there, but you can really get a lot more out of Robbie, I think.
So special comments from Tate Kaesler as the ground it out. You think, Tate?
Well, I think that's probably why Macca had him out there a little bit longer, just to say, look, boys, I want you to hang in there, see if we can outscore them in this last quarter and not make it a blowout.
Okay, the umpire just about ready to bounce the ball to get things underway. Once again, Jonathan Robert and Paul Scholar to do battle, but two big giants here in this game at Elizabeth.
In the centre of the ground, Big Scholar gets over the top, comes down there towards James. Brett James wrapped up in the tackle, too high against Bello. Plays on quickly, gave there to Borlase, kicked down towards half forward, bounds there, also Hill's there. Hill goes in for a second effort, gets a quick kick forward, looking there for Clements. Can he take the mark? Does so. Just travelled the required distance. He plays on quickly again. Now they're looking for Hill, and Hill takes a mark, and he's 45 metres out from goal. He's kicked 1 goal 5 for the day, so he's presented himself very well. He just has not finished off in front of goal, and out of Norwood's 8 points, he's kicked 5 of them, Doug. That is correct, as you had that one down. So Hill now with the football, who's been a good player. They had the dual centre-half forwards going with Hill and also Stewie Bound.
Yeah, I think it's been quite good. Stewie started up forward and has stayed there the whole game, but I think Hill's presented himself really well.
He has presented himself well as he comes in now for a shot at goal. It's a good-looking kick. Will it make the distance? It has. Has it drifted off to the side? It has for a behind to Norwood. Takes him to 7 goals, 9.51. Central Districts, 14 goals, 10.94 on the Beechwood home scoreboard as Hearn brings the football in, goes there towards Fitzner on his defensive 50, goes there short looking for Gowans, and it's Chris Gowans who takes a mark on the halfback wing position, plays on quickly back there towards Fitzner, so he's pushed up the ground well. He plays on, gave it off there to Zibanala. Zibanala now with a long kick down towards half forward, looking there towards Prokopek, up against Robbie Newell. Robbie Newell comes in, picks up the football, gave it there to Brett James. He got another handball off, looking there for Robbie Newell. He's under a bit of pressure. Carslake's there, gave the handball back there to James with a kick around the corner, but it's all Central Districts as they share the footy there. Comes out there towards Hollywood Hopwood. He tries to break a tackle, does so. Just shrugged them off. Breaks through, gave it off there to Chris Gowans. Another handball off there to the speedster. There in Steinburner, also known as Steinberger for the goal kicking. Kicks down there towards half forward. Players going in after the football. Cochrane, quick kick forward. Came out there to Krieg. Another one to Hay. They're sharing it around. Swatala wants to kick his fourth around the corner of the goal square. Big Scholar's there. Prokopek's there. And Proker finishes off with a great goal. And his second of the day. And Central District 15. Central District's 15 goals, 10, 100. So there's the Don Bradman on the board. Norwood, 7 goals, 9, 51. And that's a contender for the Just Great Cars goal of the day to Prokopek. He's kicked 1 in the third and also 1 in the fourth, Doug.
Yeah, I haven't written down a lot of spectacular goals today, to be honest. Swatala in the first quarter, Grundy in the second quarter, but Prokopek there in the final quarter is a real contender for the Just Great Cars goal of the day. Of course, Just Great Cars station sponsors Marion Road at Ascot Park. The ball up now to get play underway again, taken away here by Borlase of Norwood, but his kick is ill-directed, and Fitzner, who I would suspect, kept Bradley Symes out of this Central's team today, which is an interesting thing. Kicks down towards the half-forward line. The ball comes off hands. It will be picked up. It won't be picked up there. Yes, it will be picked up. A hand pass came out there to Cochrane. Swings the ball back in towards the teeth of goal. It comes off hands. Little Campbell was in there. Got it across to a teammate. We find Norwood are coming out of defence now and bringing it out here through Nitschke. Drops the ball in short, and Jonathan Robran, who's done some good things when he's been on the ground today. The kick comes back into the centre of the ground, taken by Clements. It was an ill-directed hand pass, and that's probably the difference between the two sides, the basic skill level. Ball ace all wrapped up in that tackle there. Went with a hurried hand pass. Picked up by Hurricane Hopkins. It's all the H's there. Hurry. Hollywood and Hopwood, and the umpire comes in and says, hey, it's fine, and it will be a free kick here to Gowers. I was trying to get another H. So there we go. No, I'm not going to eat that little bit of brownie yet, because
I think there's something in that cake there, Doug.
And Fitzner will go back and line up for goal. At the moment, the margin is 49 points, and Norwood just a little bit sloppy, or perhaps to Central's credit, just able to put Norwood under pressure.
Well, there's been fantastic pressure from Central's all day as he lines up. It's all clear.
Goal. That's his first goal for the afternoon. Young Fitzner, number 24, has kicked that goal, and only his third goal.
Had a bad run with injuries over the last couple of years. He made his debut a couple of years ago, and he's only playing his 10th game today, but he's a real talent, very fast, and I think he tore the hamstring off the bone a couple of years ago, and he's really just starting to make his way back in after a pretty bad injury.
Makes me shudder to think of it, Tate.
Yeah, it does. But, I mean, Central's pressure's been absolutely fantastic all day, and that is probably the reason why Norwood keep turning the ball over. Missed targets.
The Beechwood home scoreboard, Central 16-10, 106, leading Norwood 7-9-51. Will go around the grounds again fairly soon.
As Scholar knocks the ball forward, it comes out now towards Bello, being a very good player. Balks one player, gives it off there to Swatala, running through half forward, gives it there to James Gowns. Another handball there to Cochrane, another one back there to Bello, 55 out from goal. Goes short there to Shell and takes a mark in front of Patwell on that occasion, who couldn't do anything about that one. The ball was just put out in front, and Shell, who started the game very well, Patwell has fought back very well in the second half, but Shell has a chance to put through his third goal. He kicked 2 in the first quarter and was a real great player for Central Districts in the first quarter. He'll be kicking for goal from about 45 metres, nearly 50 metres out from goal. He's on a 45-degree angle, deep in the pocket. We've travelled nearly 6 minutes in the last quarter as he comes in now. It's a long kick, but it's going to lob in the square. Players go, it's drifted over the back, and it's gone through for a behind. They're 11th. 16 goals, 11, 107 Central Districts. Norwood, 7 goals, 9, 51 on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
2 goals for this afternoon to Daniel Shell as we take you around the grounds for National Wireless two-way radio. And first up at Norlunga, here's Ben Footner.
Okay, it's three-quarter time here, and it's Port Adelaide by 8 points. 10-3-3. South Adelaide 8-7-55. Should be a tight last. Over to Carla Glenelg.
Just got started here in the final quarter, and it is to 10-11-71, leading Glenelg 10-5-65. Over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
Yeah, I think I want to have a close one down here. It's 12 minutes into the last quarter, and it's the Eagles only by 3 points now. West Adelaide have kicked the last couple. It's 7-13-55 to Eagles and 7-10-52 to West Adelaide. Back to you guys at Elizabeth.
And Tim Hazel now lining up the goal for Norwood. He's in the pocket. He's going to kick from about 45 metres. This won't be an easy shot.
He's goalless today too, Doug.
Yeah, he's been, I think it's fair to say, he's been a little bit disappointing this afternoon.
Yeah, probably the ball hasn't been delivered as well, but he's been a bit quieter today than he has in previous weeks.
But we know he can play football. He kicked 6 last week, and I reckon did he kick 4 a couple of weeks before that? And he comes, there's his kick. It's gone across the face of goal and gone through for a minor score. So Tim Hazel, I've got him down. That's his first scoring shot, according to me. Just 1 behind. And Norwood move along now to 7 goals, 10. Is that 7-10? I'm just waiting for the guy up there at the scoreboard. 7 goals, 10, 52. But trailing Central District, 16-11, 107, the Beechwood home scoreboard.
Off to Hyde now, goes long with a kick for Central Districts, looking there for Prokopek at half forward, kicks in there looking for James Gowns. He's running with the flight of the football. In comes Campbell for the Norwood side. Bryce Campbell now picks up the football, goes there long with a kick, down there looking for Paul James, takes the mark, plays on in the centre of the ground. He gives a handball off there to Borlace, got Clements a half forward on his own. Oh, great smother there by Fitzner. Ball falls there at centre half forward, Central Districts, Krieg. He's wrapped up. Oh, the umpire's got over as well. And the umpire will have to have a a shower after the game because it's dirty the knees as the handball's gone off there to Hollywood Hopwood. Gives a handball there to Oftahide, and he goes long to the outer side of the ground after that. Excitement, Doug.
Brett James misses a mark he would have normally taken, but still got the hand pass away. But the umpire says there's a free kick in there to Central District, and Richard Cochran Jr., because his dad was a champion footballer, and young Richard, the brother of Stuart of Port Power these days, comes back into the centre of the ground, and it was taken by Bello, goes down towards half forward. Tyson Hay looks like he's gone up to play on the ball or up forward. He took the mark, drives it in with that left foot kick of his. Up went Robbie Neal, came off his hands. Big pack of players form, and the umpire says it's going to be mine. 25 metres out from the Central District goal. They lead 16-11, 107. Norwood 7-10-52. And we have played how many minutes, Grant?
We've played 9 minutes, Doug.
9 minutes into the final quarter. So the action now deep in the central attacking zone. Again, no one able to make a clean break. A hand pass from Robbie Neal as a tackle applied. I think there's going to be another ball up this time, so a little bit of a stalemate occurring. If you're a Central supporter, I guess you'd be hoping that your team can just pepper those goals, but from the Norwood point of view, Tate?
Yeah, you'd hope the boys can fight it out to the end and, hopefully outscore them in this last quarter.
The ball is loose in the forward line there. Comes out there towards Norwood player. Just waiting for him to break clear. Can't do so. It was Bratton. And it's going to be a bounce down 20 metres out from the Central District's goal. And interesting to see, Doug, as we... beside the Central District's statistical bench here, the computers they've got here, the timeline stats is what they do, which is quite an interesting thing indeed. And as the ball now come out to the Central District's player, and Hollywood Hopwood on half forward, kicks in there towards Krieg at centre half forward, handballs there to Fitzner. Fitzner runs to 50, has a long pop at goal, it's going to fall short. There's a bit of holding going on in the square, and Big Scholar, the big fella, will receive the free kick and a 50-metre penalty because one of the Norwood players kicked the ball away, and Scholar, who is a mountain, is going to kick a goal for Central District. Their 17th goal. Central District 17 goals 11, 113. Norwood 7 goals 10, 52 on the Beechwood home scoreboard, and Big Scholar just having a look at his tally there. That is his second goal. He's kicked one in the second, one in the last. And Tate, pretty imposing figure to have resting in the forward line.
Well, he hasn't really rested, I don't think, up there, Grant. He's been pretty well presenting himself and giving a contest, which is all I suppose the coach is asking him to do.
10 different goal kickers for Central District this afternoon, where Norwood have got 5 different goal kickers. And the action back in the centre of the ground, it's taken here by Hazel, who's been swung onto the ball. Maybe could have been swung there a little bit earlier, perhaps, who knows. There's a hand pass that came out from Scholar, though, across half back, got it across there to Elijah Ware. Comes down towards the wing, picked up here by Matthew Krieg. He's been a very, very good player today. Down towards half forward, there's a courageous mark, a strong mark taken this time by Stephen Daniels. Again, it won't be the Paradise Community Church mark of the day, but it was still a good, solid, courageous mark there. Been a good player today, has Stephen Daniels, as he normally is for Norwood. Former Port Power player drops it into the centre of the ground. It's taken by Bratton. He took the mark down towards half forward. And there's a good mark this time taken by young Grundy. As you said earlier, Grant, his body-to-body work is outstanding, and he showed it once again as he took that very strong mark. Drops the ball in short across to Stewie Bound. That is a magnificent kick for goal, and he's put it through. That is it. That is the Just Great Cars goal of the day, isn't it, Grant?
There won't be any more criticising of his kicking, Doug. That was a sensational shot for goal.
Did I criticise it earlier?
Well, I'm not sure, but possibly.
It's a different action.
It's a different action. 45 out, deep in the pocket. He's just was like shelling peas there.
He is simple. 12 minutes into the final quarter. Norwood move along to 8 goals, 10, 58, but they trail Central 17-11, 113. We'll go around the grounds again fairly soon, but we're 13 minutes into the quarter. Beautiful goal, though, Tate Kosler.
Yeah, I don't think he had time to think about it, and he just whacked it on the boot, and she went straight through.
As the ball now in the centre of the ground, Steinburner gets a kick forward. It's gone 50 metres up in the air, 20 metres long. Lobs at centre half forward. Bratton's in there, tried to get the handball. Does so now. Carslake picked it up, went long with a kick. But Ware camps under it, takes a good mark. He centres the footy there to Fitzner. He's had plenty of it since coming onto the ground. Short little kick over the top there to Hay. Hay with the white boots on, running through half forward, looking down there for Shell, leading. Oh, great tackle there by Patfull. Great work, ball hits the ground. Comes out there to Bryce Campbell comes grandstand side, and it's that man again, Stewie Bound. He plays on, takes the mark. He looks down there towards Ball-Lace. Ball-Lace with the one glove on, but the ball has beaten Ball-Lace and Elijah Ware out of play, and there'll be a ball up right in front of the grandstand here at Elizabeth Oval.
55 points the margin in favour of the Bulldogs. We are 13.5 minutes into the final quarter. We'll go round the grounds again, thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. And first up, it's Ben Footner at Noarlunga.
Okay, we're 7 minutes into the last term here at Noarlunga, and Port Adelaide have extended their lead. They're now 11-6-72 to South Adelaide 8-7-55, and it's absolutely sheeting down here. It's over to Glenelg and Carl.
10 minutes down here at the Bay, and no score this quarter to either side. 10-11-71 lead the Bay, and 6 over Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
It's a 20-minute mark down here at Woodville. Eagles 8-13-61, leading West Adelaide 7-10-52. So a 9-point advantage so far to the Eagles. Back to you guys, Elizabeth.
And back here at Elizabeth, the sun is still shining here, Ben. So, I tell you what contrast from one end of town to the other. The rain is peppering down at Noarlunga, and the sun has shone most of the afternoon here at Elizabeth, as it is right now. And Daniel Scheller's got a mark at centre half forward. He's 50 metres out from goal. He'll kick right on the 50-metre line, and a chance to score the 18th goal for the Bulldogs and his third goal for the afternoon. Grant, see if you can steer it through.
Shell comes in now. Steinburner having a spell. That's a good-looking shot, but it's veering off to the right-hand side. Was going from left to right, and it's another behind of Central Districts, taking them to 17 goals, 12-114. Norwood 8 goals, 10-58 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled nearly 15 minutes into the last quarter as the kick in from Norwood by Daniels goes long. Big Carlo Calabrese can't take the mark at centre half forward. Ball comes to Hay. Handball over to Elijah Ware. Running shot at goal has gone wide. It's going to fall short. No. It has gone out of play on the full, and it's a Norwood free kick. He plays on quickly, the Norwood player, but he's kicked it straight there to Chris Gowans, and that was Daniels who kicked that football there, and Chris Gowans has taken the mark 50 metres out from goal, but we'll need a very good kick from there, Doug.
Certainly will need a good kick from there, Grant, as we're just waiting for this kick to come in. Anyone would think I sit here and eat all day.
Well, you give it a fair nudge, Doug.
So Gowans comes in, gets under this one a little bit. Up they go.
Oh, that's a good mark.
That's a good mark. Scotty Ball-Ace there as he came over the pack. Not so much high in the air, but it was misjudged by everybody. He's had to plunge himself forward, and he did it beautifully. Gets it on now to Carslake. Races through centre half back now. Takes one bounce and makes good ground with that. That's, again, not a terribly... It didn't look all that good, but it was effective as he got it across there to Grundy, who in turn got it over to Bowden. And his kick, in turn, has been marked here by big Stewie Bound. He's actually done all right today, I reckon.
He has. He's a real competitor. We had him up for an interview last year, Doug, and he's a big fellow. Got big hands on him, and he just really takes a great mark. His kicking sometimes lets him down. He really kicked through the last one as he comes in now. He'll probably kick from just inside 50. Comes in. It's a good-looking kick. He's got under it a bit, but it's made the distance, and he's put that straight through for a goal, and another goal to Norwood, and that's his second goal of the day. So that takes him to 9 goals, 10-64. Norwood. Central District, 17 goals, 12-114. And Bound has had a pretty good game, Tate.
Yeah, he's presenting himself really well, and once again it's just down to the delivery inside 50. They haven't given him much of a chance, but when he's had a chance, he's really made the most of it.
Now, we're going to give you a little bit of a headache here, Tate. We're going to do the same thing, but we want you to do a 3-2-1 at the end of the game, if you were the umpire, OK?
No worries.
So there's the ball up in the centre of the ground. It's going to be taken away here by Bowden. He's tackled. The umpire says he had too long. Held it too long, didn't get rid of it, and the free kick to go here to Central District. And this lad always impresses me, does Richard Cochran, and he really has fought himself into this team to become a regular now. He just does all the hard things. It comes off hands this time, picked up by Hazel. He goes with a hand player. Some player says it was play on Jonathan Robrin. No, it wasn't him. It was big Carlo Calabrese. He couldn't break his way clear. One of the Gowans boys is down there. He went with a quick hand pass, but it was intercepted this time by the boy there in Daniels. Got it across to Clements, and Norwood are out of trouble.
Through Borlase, takes a mark on his defensive 50. He's looking to move the ball on quickly. Just holds the ball up now, goes in short there to a teammate. That teammate there is Hazel. He goes there towards half forward, looking there for the young fella in Grundy. Can't take the mark. Ball comes over the back there to Robbie Neal. Another handball there to Paul James at centre half forward. Back there to Grundy in the 1-2. Another one there to Vassell. Didn't have the football though, and will receive the free kick. It was against Hay. Hay tackled him without the football, and Vassell's going to receive the free kick at the true centre half forward position. Kicks inside 50. Down there looking for Nitschke. Can't take it. Goes in after the second effort. Bratton's in there. Gives it off there to Stewie Bound. He walks around a couple of players. Handball's over there to Bratton. Bratton has a pop shot at goal, but he's missed it to the left-hand side, and it's gone through for a behind to Norwood. Takes them now to 9 goals 11, is it? 9 goals. Just waiting on the umpire. It is 9 goals 11-65. Central Districts 17 goals 12 114, and it's been a fairly comprehensive display here by Central Districts.
It certainly has. Here we are at the 11-minute mark of the final quarter. The kick-in by young Shannon
19.
19-minute mark, I'm sorry.
A couple of the digits are out on the scoreboard.
They are. Shannon Hearn playing his first game at senior level for Centrals today. Picked up by Elijah Ware, his teammate. Kicks down towards the wing. That's a good mark taken this time by Carslake. And the die-hard Bulldogs supporters are disagreeing with the umpire, which doesn't happen up here often, does it, Grant? But there was no doubt it was a mark, that one. The kick there comes out towards the wing. I think it might have been Brett James out there. Gets it back now to his teammate in... Not trying to pick up that boy out there. It's a long way from here. That's Brett James in there at the bottom of that pack. As the sun comes out from behind a cloud, and the umpire will come in and ball it up once again. 17-12, 114 to Central District, leading Norwood 9-11-65. 20 minutes have gone in the final quarter here at Elizabeth. Almost full time. Little James is in there trying to burst his way through a pack. Can't do so. And the umpire says it will be mine once again.
Might receive the free kick here. He is. No, umpire's just going to throw the ball up, so just coming in just to sort things out. Bound taps it forward. Ball spills clear now. Thomas for Centrals picks it up. Tap forward there by Bello. Bello now. Oh, but great work there by Stewie Bound. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Centrals a number 3 Ware. Handball's over there to Cochrane. Cochrane at half forward. Kicks in there looking for James Gowns. Right on 50. Short little kick there to his brother in Chris, and Chris has taken the mark. 45 metres out from goal, just about directly in front. And Tate, the brothers, combine very well.
They seem to find each other every time, you know, they're always looking for each other. If one's got it, the other one's free.
So Chris now having a shot at goal from 50 metres out, kicking to the northern end. It's a good-looking kick. It's going to fall short. It's going to lob in the goal square. Players go up. Prokopek was there, couldn't take the mark. Ball hits the ground. Carslake's in there for Norwood. Picks up the footy. Will come grandstand side. Got Norwood players there free in Bartamucci. Takes the mark and go over the top if he likes. He's got Ball-Lace there. Ball-Lace has had plenty of the football as well. Another short kick to Robbie Neal out half back. Gave it off there to Bryce Campbell. A handball there was a poor one. Looking there for Clements. Central's there in numbers though. And umpire comes in. Krieg was there, also Vassell for Norwood. And umpire comes in to bounce it down at the true wing position, grandstand side.
Go around the grounds again fairly soon and get the latest on the couple of close ones down at Noarlunga, of course, and the game at Woodville, and also at Glenelg. They're all close ones today, except this one here. But we've certainly seen a champion team in Central District, and there's still some good signs there for Norwood. Some of their younger players are showing a bit, and of course the experienced players are also up to their usual standard, which is not too bad at all. James and Ball-Lace and Bound and that type of player. Here's Paul James, would you believe, Paul Thomas now, kicking the ball up towards centre half forward, and a good strong mark is taken there by Prokopek. About 40 metres out from goal. He'll kick from 45 and a chance to bring up his third goal for the afternoon. 22 minutes into the final quarter, and Central District lead at the moment by 49 points. Just waiting now for the boy to go back and to have this shot for goal. Jonathan Robran preparing to come back on here for the Redlegs. Prokopek lining up around the grounds after this kick. In he comes, taking half as much time as Matthew Lloyd. In he comes, kicks for goal, and it is a minor score. Yes, he's hit the post with that one. So 2 goals, 2 this afternoon. Takes his overall tally for Centrals to 25 goals for this year, and in fact for all time. Centrals move along now to 17 goals, 13, which is 100, and we'll get that up on the scoreboard in just a moment. They're doing a great job over there. 115, leading Norwood 9-11-65, the Beechwood home scoreboard. But now for National Wireless two-way radio, Let's see what's happening around the grounds. First of all, here's Ben Footner at Noarlunga.
16 minutes into the last term here at Noarlunga, and it's Port Adelaide by 24 points. Port Adelaide 13-7, 85. South Adelaide 9-7, 61. Over to Carla Glenelg.
18 minutes in here at the Bay, and it is Sturt lead 11-12, 78 to Glenelg, 10-6, 66, a 12-point lead to the Double Blues. Over to Daniel Beasy at Woodville.
Yeah, there must only be seconds left in the game. It's a 29-minute mark. West Adelaide only trailed by 3 points. So it equals 8-13, 61, leading West Adelaide by 3 points, 8-10, 58. Back to Elizabeth.
And back here, the action is on the half-forward line for Norwood. It's Clements having a shot for goal, but just off target. And Paul Thomas, who has been outstanding today, takes another mark. This one only about 2 metres in from the goal line. And hasn't he been a good player, Grant?
Been a very good player, Doug, and no doubt featuring the votes. Comes grandstand side with a kick, looking there for Cochrane, but it's a poor kick on this occasion. And Carslake takes a mark over the back, and a 25-metre penalty because Cochrane wouldn't let go of Carslake, and the umpire will come in and take him back for a 25-metre penalty, which will put Carslake within about 30 metres of goal tape.
Might have been a little bit unlucky. I think he might have been trying to sneak around and play on.
Carslake, normally a very good shot on goal. We know he's very quick. Comes in now, kicking from 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. But he's poked at it, and he's pushed it across the face of goal for a behind. Norwood's 12th behind, 9 goals 12, 66 Norwood. Central District's 17 goals 13, 115 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. We've travelled nearly 25 minutes into the last quarter as the ball has been brought in. Fitzner's got it. Handballs over there towards Gowans. It was Chris. Comes grandstand side, half-forward flank looking for his brother in James. They've done it again, found each other. Wheels around on the left foot looking for Shell. Our half-forward can't take the mark, comes at the back there. Prokopek's there for Central Districts. Also Robbie New holding the ball in for Norwood. And the umpire will come in and bounce it down 48 metres out from the Central District's goal, deep in the last quarter.
Waiting now for the ball out. Now it's on the defensive 50. Getting the tap out there was Jonathan Robran. It's going to land in the hands here of a Norwood boy. The boy wearing number 46.
Bowden.
It was Bowden. As he kicks down towards the wing, Robran is in there diving after the ball, but it was a hand pass that came out from Fitzner for Centrals. Gets it across there to his acting captain in Hopwood. He in turn got it on to Elijah Ware, who's been a very, very good player today. And a beautiful pass. And the mark has been taken this time by... Which one is it? James Gowans. I don't know how you guys... I know there's Centrals people sitting here beside us, but I don't know how they know them apart. And there's the final siren as James Gowans comes in and lines up for goal. And there it is, and he's put it through for a point. Almost an anticlimax. In fact, it was an anticlimax. But Centrals have won the game here this afternoon. 17 goals, 14. That's 116. Defeating Norwood, 9 goals, 12, 66. So the margin in the final analysis was 50 points. Centrals have run out winners by 50 points here at Elizabeth. Their goal kickers and very evenly shared too. Matthew Krieg and Adam Swatara kicked 3. 2 goals to Daniel Shell and Paul Scholar. And also 2 goals to Nick Prokopek. We had single goals to Marco Vello, Chris Gowan, Ben Fitzner, Nathan Steinberner, and that's just about it. For Norwood, it was 3 goals to Heath Grundy, 2 goals to Stewie Bell, and singles to Matthew Bartolucci and Andrew Hill, along with Troy Clements and Scott Carslake. Final scores here again. Central District 17-14, 116, have defeated Norwood 9-12, 66. The Beechwood Homes match of the day from Elizabeth as the players are out there shaking.